and Dungeons. We caught up everybody, so we don't have to do a real recap today. Long story short, you got through more of the dungeon. There is a potential lizard man chasing you through the dungeon now at this point, and you've just entered this area. So I'll start reading what it's about. Cool. Entering into the next area, you all see your breath in front of your face. A long pathway stretches out in front of you towards a wall that splits your road. Ice covers obscures the walls on it. With each step, you are carefully placing each foot as to not slip. Pushing past the frozen walls. It's a little loud. Turn you down, bitch. You find a gate with ivy vines frozen around the steel rods of the door. Beside the 7-foot gate are two frozen braziers. Or is that the bras again? I always forget how to say it.
No, you're right.
I got it right that time? Cool.
Yep.
With glowing blue flames illuminating the ice encasing it. What do you all do? We're backing up a little, we're retconning a little bit.
Can we open the gate?
You can attempt to.
I'm gonna open the gate.
It seems frozen shut.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Roll to hit. Because you're probably... I say Tyrion then steps back, not opening, then shoots a firebolt at it.
22.
Hits. Roll damage.
That is lots of damage. Whoop. We're...
High level cantrips are the best.
With your high passive perception, Eulyris, you notice something is underneath the ice of the split wall that it can't make out because of the ice.
That is gonna be a funky fresh... Actually, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
17.
As the fire comes out, you blast away most of the ice and melts down. Some of the petrified ivy underneath is burnt to ash, and the door opens ever so slightly, but is caught on more ice behind it.
More. Looks like you got a
Cast
job to
another
do.
Firebolt.
Go ahead.
While this is happening, can I look around the chamber that we're in, touch the walls? Is there anything that appears to be out of the ordinary? Are there any more murals?
Give me a perception check.
11.
11 still hits, but you're trying to shoot like around the door now and melt because the ice has like come up, so like it doesn't have a clear path is what's happening right now to push the gate open.
16.
16.
Ooh.
There looks like there's blurry stuff on the other side of these walls, but the ice obscures it.
That is gonna be
Brush at it. Look closer.
a lot of damage.
Still looks blurry. It's ice, so
29 fire damage.
you start to see stone.
Or wait, sorry,
Oh.
19.
19,
wait.
you still see enough
20,
stone.
29, sorry, yeah, 29 is correct.
It melted. Tyrion just like a little extra comes out and just it melts away, and you're able to open the door fully at this point. Do you leave this room and go check out the next room?
Is there... I'm content to go if you guys are ready.
Totes my goats.
Moving forward.
All right. With the gate now open.
Is that this gate?
Yes. So you guys are now moved up past all that.
Need a burrito.
A well-lit chamber is all frozen over, lays before you. Under the sheets of ice are many blue flames, occasionally crackling like fire, wood over wood. In the center of the chamber sits a large shard of glass, resembling what you imagine an ice knife would look like if someone was to sharpen an icicle. Your faces reflect off the floor as you glance around, focusing past your reflections. The ground beneath the ice resembles the foliage. Oh, I can't say foliage. Foliage. Thank you. Frozen from the door you just experienced prior. Vines, grass, and other flora sit beneath this ice. Phasing through the ice shard at the center of the room, an angel appears to you. The Paragon of light can be freed from its shackles. Raising its hands, you can see parts of the ceiling glistening with copper and brass under the ice. A soft glow appears in the angel's hands. With a furrow of its brow, a light starts forming as it touches the ice shard. Find the water which flows through the skies of the sun. What do you do as you all stand in this chamber?
What
Do you
is
see
that?
water?
What did you
Find
what
the
does
water
mean?
that flows through the eyes of the sun.
Skies of the sun.
We'll look for some water.
Okay. Make investigation checks.
I guess.
Oh no.
13.
I mean, everything looks like pretty icy from where you're at right now. There's potentially... Where's Tullius? On your side, you're not seeing much more than just on the floor. It just seems like a lot of the ice is completely frozen over the ground that stands on here. What did other people roll?
6.
6,
8.
12, 8,
11.
11. Eulyris?
What are we rolling?
Investigation.
23.
31.
Such an asshole.
So, as everyone starts panning out and seeing all the ice is frozen over, Eulyris starts going a little further back, and you notice on the ground, it's potentially waterways, but thin troughs of them seem to be forming around this ice shard and lead into other areas to your guys' left and right, into what seem to be walls. So rationally, it must flow from there, if that's what the guy is saying, the angel thing from the skies.
Rationally.
At a 31. You're able to put that together, and as you're looking through here, you notice there are lots of obscured items and things beneath the ice that are frozen that are hard to tell at this point because of how thick the ice is at this point. But this room seems to be littered with all sorts of things beneath the ice.
Spooky.
Interesting.
Anybody find anything?
Is it cold in here?
It's freezing. You can see your breath. We'll check about exhaustion in due time.
Is there anything with clouds in here? When I think of water that flows through the skies of the sun, I think cloud.
I'm looking to the ceiling, Tyrion. You look about and you can see again that glistening up towards the top. Give me a perception check.
Ooh. 16.
16. You can make out some shapes up there, up towards the top of the ice if you look at certain angles, and it does look like there's some sort of brass mechanism beneath the ceiling.
It's a mechanism. Okay. Can I try and follow it to see if it connects anywhere down near our level? Any connecting points?
As you follow it over, you see Lyra still looking through the lines on the floor that seem to lead to the walls to your left and right. Glancing, you only see ice, but you also run into some trees inside this room, and you actually see all sorts of like petrified trees all about inside this area, somehow still existing with their leaves despite there not being any area for like nutrients or soil or anything to grow there. They seem to be forever locked in here. And with your roll, you can see a door frozen shut behind them.
I'm gonna turn back to the group. We should spread out, try and find something that refers to the water that flows through the skies of the sun. But we should spread out and see what we find.
All right.
I'm gonna move towards this door.
All right. So you can move Tyrion towards that door on that side. You notice it's up onto the wall, and there's no clear way. Like, you just see it through some of the branches of these trees here and the leaves that are on them. So you're gonna have to climb up onto this little platform inside this area and try and open that door if you want. What is everybody else doing as Tyrion's going towards that door to try and open it? Are you guys investigating the room, doing anything else?
Can I go up those stairs that are in front of me?
Yes, you can. And now just imagine there's a giant ice shard there instead of what's actually there on the board.
Oh, you broke the dungeon.
That's it. Go home.
Is there a way for me to get up over here?
You can start going towards that way and investigate. As you walk deeper into the chamber,
Is there a way for me to get to here?
you can't see that yet.
Well, yeah, but like there is a
Yes.
that is part of the dungeon.
Yes.
Okay.
These aren't just there for me. Yes. That is totally fair.
This is real, right?
Everything is real and part of the dungeon. As
Are there
Ohana
any,
starts
like-
pushing through, yeah.
Decorations or murals or anything on the walls?
The walls are covered in ice. Give me a perception check, though, to see if you can try and see anything beneath the ice.
14.
As you go up and lean in close, and your body heat's trying to get rid of it, get rid of some of the blur of the ice. You can
Also
definitely
start a torch to like melt it a little bit.
Oh, nice. Oh, sure. There's definitely stuff underneath. You can see colors of paint, but you can't see it through the current frozen.
How thick is it? Like a few inches or like
It's
a
like
few feet?
it's a few
or-
feet.
Okay.
Wow.
Tyrion, what are you doing with the door?
I'm gonna try and climb my way up to it.
I'm gonna say carefully, since you're on combat or anything like that. You make your way up. I don't see a need for you to slip and fall off a 5-foot push up. You're at the door, and you can see it's a solid metal steel door, and it's frozen.
Time to use my signature move. Firebolt.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit. Tullius, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna take out one of my uncle's scimitar.
Yep.
I'm gonna take out the necklace too and
Yep.
see if anything's going on with those.
As you take those out, they are glowing.
Neat. Who has the bag of holding?
Tyrion right now, who's on a door over there.
Just walk over to his
Yep.
his fine self over there.
Yep.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. Hits. It's a door.
Yes.
AC of door.
3.
That is a 18.
You're able to punch through the door, and you actually melt through a bit of the door, but it's not completely melted as you were like going up and down the door. So give me a strength check to try and edge the door open into this next room.
Ooh, 17.
You're able to push through it. Tyrion,
So strong.
killing it right now.
Such a strong
As
man.
you push it open enough for you to get through, Tullius is like, as he's grabbing at your back of your cloak.
Did I hear him? Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
I just like to do a little bit of a switcheroo here. See this? Do you see this?
And you see a glowing scimitar right now.
Ooh. I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding and pull out the other scimitar.
It's glowing as you do.
Could I have that?
I'll hand it to him.
Sure.
I'll take the other one and throw it in the bag.
Okay. The one you're not using.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you put yours in, and now you have both your uncles glowing
Correct.
right now. All right.
So I only have one of your scimitars in the bag, right?
Now you have both.
You have both of Tellius' scimitars in the
Yep.
bag now. And he has both his uncle's blades.
Yep.
And that's also a D12.
Nice.
Nice.
It's glowing.
All right.
It's gotta be good. I don't know. It's glowing.
Push further into this room.
All right. As you open up into this room, as you walk in, you can move Tyrion into that room. And you can remove the door if you want.
I'll follow him and help
Take
him
that
out.
door.
See if he needs
You
help.
two come in, and you see just all these ice sheet down these stairs. And again, the walls covered all amongst ice in here.
test.
I'm gonna look up and see if I can spot that clockwork mechanism and see if it runs anywhere in here.
Inside here, give me a perception check. What are you doing, Tullius?
I'm just gonna test the ice and see how thick it is
Oh, with what?
with one of my scimitars.
Sure. As you go up to
So just like a.
yeah, tap, it goes like right through like butter.
Oh shit! What? Okay. Noted. That's not
21.
normal.
21.
I'm doing well.
You can tell with the 21.
When
It's
Ragnarum
not
shows up your
in
bone.
this room. It's not connected to, but it does seem to be connected to maybe an adjacent room.
Oh, okay.
What is Orhana and Eulyris, Zeph? What are you guys doing? We'll get back to Charnook.
Just kind of snooping around.
All right, give me an investigation check. Eulyris, what are you doing?
So I see the 2 grooves going to the doors.
Yeah, you see the grooves going around the entirety of this chamber. As you follow it around, give me a Arcana check.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Arcana.
I got a 25. on
Natural
investigation.
20.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, we broke
Give
this.
us your secrets, DM!
As you walk around it and you do it a second time, and you've been quiet, basically like letting everyone tend to their own matters, you start sketching it out, and you recognize these as an alchemy circle.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
You, as you're walking around and testing things out, you end up noticing another frozen door towards the back of this area. So,
Wow.
that's cool.
Winning.
Frozen door.
Yeah. So you're
Frodo
back
door.
here. It's a bit. Oh, stop it. You're there. You've made your rounds. Zeph is still chilling. The angel's still floating up in there.
Hey guys, there's a door over here. I'm gonna try it.
So it is above you by about 10 feet. And
That's fine.
yeah, so you're gonna have to try and climb up. This door though is like it's a straight wall. It's like built into the wall. So it's frozen shut. I don't know how you want to attempt to open this, but you need creativity.
I don't either. Let's see.
So we'll get back to that. Zeph, what are you doing in Charnook?
Go ahead.
I'll just go walk over towards Eulyris and see what he's doing.
All right, go ahead. Zeph takes a couple steps easily though on the floor because of the ice, and he approaches Eulyris.
Hello.
What have you found?
This looks like an alchemy circle. Not sure what it means though.
It's like through the ice, right?
Yes.
It's odd. Yeah. Do I recognize any symbols or anything?
Give me an Arcana check.
20. Not natural.
The symbols are clearly from what Eulyris has drawn of the larger, because it's obviously an overhead view that he's surmising and putting together to the best of his ability. They clearly seem magical, nothing that you're familiar with, what kind of transmutation it might be, but you see that these are clearly large stone troughs on each side forming this star around it, this polygon shape all the way around.
Well, it's some kind of flowing into the sun, right? Looks like it. Looks like what it's describing. Maybe if we can get to it. This ice seems pretty thick. Maybe Charnook can help us.
Charnook at the top now of the giant ice knife is what I'm going to keep referring to it. The ice shard in the middle here, where the angel's just chilling out with the glowy hands above it.
If I look into the center of this ice knife, do
Yeah.
I see anything?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 10.
Looks like ice. Bright ice, but ice.
Bright
like
ice.
Yeah.
If I put my hand on the ice
Mhm.
and I close my eyes for a second and I cast clairvoyance.
Okay.
And what this allows me to do is put an invisible sensor inside of this and kind of look around and see, using the spirits of my ancestor, just to try and like force through the object to get a better look inside.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a flash of gray on my eyes and then a line on my flesh and the sensor goes through.
Okay.
What do I see?
As it goes through, it's still solid ice in there. What for clairvoyance is there? It's just the eyes of your ancestors up to the DM type of deal.
It's normally used for like peering behind doors and things like that. It's
Right.
Yeah.
You see a blinding light towards the top of you, and below you, frozen structures. The ice is so thick it obscures like what you can see.
Right. Okay. Information gathered. Thank you. I remove my hand.
Your
from...
ancestor dissipates past you with almost this embrace of like warmness that you feel as it comes through you.
Oh, that must have been Uncle Jimmy. All right, I remove my hand from the ice and go and join my two smaller friends that are at the base of the stairs.
Yep, both staring down. You come down there. Tellius, Tyrion, what are you doing?
So I want to explore this room a little bit more and see what's in here. I've noted mentally that the mechanism is not in this room and it's in an adjacent room.
Yes.
So I want to see what's in this room.
You can clearly tell that there are frozen over stairs leading up to another wall. And all around this room is walls, and then there's frozen trees on the other side as well in here. And all the walls are frozen, but in this room they're not as thick as previous rooms.
Okay. Let's go up the stairs.
They are actually so frozen over that you need to do something in order to actually traverse these stairs. They're not just like frozen here. It's like straight triangle incline of frozen.
Can I slice open a path?
You can
with my
try.
Buttery blades of
Go ahead and roll to
ice
attack.
slicing.
The butter knives.
I'm pretty sure that's like a 23 to hit.
Okay.
Give me that
I was
hot
correct.
damage.
It is a 23 to hit.
How are you hitting it though? In what fashion?
This is a triangle.
It looks this way. Yeah, frozen like.
Horizontal slashing.
All right. So with the 23, Tullius gets a really good idea of where about the ice meets maybe what's beneath to
Right.
form stairs. And he has a couple goes where it hits stone and it doesn't go through the stone. But with the ice, cuts through with his uncle's sword, Skimtar. And as it cuts through, you just start sliding it over. And as you slide it over, you can see symbols of the frozen ice star all laid out on the stairs.
Every time I like slash through.
When you
it.
slash, like they're on each step. So the first layer, and you like look at Tyrion. Tyrion's like, "I'll help you," and you guys just slide these like down towards the wall on the other end, and a little sheet of ice goes
it's like
off
you're
that
shoveling
way.
the
Yes.
shoveling your
So
Very
does it look
much.
like the ice star is embedded into the stair, like it's been there, or is this
Or is
like,
it like
a room
appearing?
that appears on?
Yeah.
It looks like
on
it's
the
been
ice?
embedded on there, painted on there, and carved on there. So
Oh,
carved
nice.
and
Okay.
painted over.
Nice. Okay. Are they like glowing or is it just?
Nope, not glowing.
Okay. Just paint.
As you
All right,
guys
All right.
keep moving.
start cutting up the stairs and pushing them forward and forward, you guys make your way towards the top. And as you turn around, you can clearly see on that back wall a massive memorial covered in ice.
I'm sensing a recurring theme.
Uh,
It's cold.
Your breath keeps coming out to one another through your nostrils as you turn to Tyrion to look at him before
This
you
place sucks.
lies another door.
I'm gonna open this door, but that's got my eye. If you don't mind.
Actually, I haven't. Because this is me noticing for the first time that his sword is cutting cleanly through this ice.
Yes, yes.
What if you actually take your scimitar and just trace the outline of the door?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Try to carve through where the hinges are and the joints are so that we can just open it up.
With a 31 to hit.
Hits. You don't have to roll damage.
That's
Okay.
silly.
As you carve
Roll
the
the
ice
18.
around this one, the ice sheets just fall off in one of those like when it's some springtime and it like melts and it starts like
and they
all
just-
coming down really fast.
Oh, God!
That comes down as you do it, and there still is a marble door still there. The marble door is intact, and your blade can't pierce through the marble door.
Okay.
Can we try and
Can I
open?
open the marble door?
You can attempt to.
I want to help Tellius open the door.
Go ahead.
I rolled a natural 19
Okay.
for opening the door.
Yeah. Plus your modifier is 9, so 28.
You can also get advantage.
You could get advantage, see if you get a crit success.
I rolled another 19.
Tullius, you hit it once, and you hear the door on the other side a little bit, and then Tyrion's like, "You got this," and he does a little bit of a, and some of his flames come out, touch the door, and as you burst through, you open up, and you just open the steam that's coming up into this room. It is noticeably warmer
Spicy.
in here. You can hear moving water.
Ooh.
In front of you, you and Tyrion see inside this room little fireflies glowing inside here, buzzing, still frozen, all the doors around you, and it reminds you very much of a hot spring of sorts right now that is just inside here.
We've cracked the code.
Look through
The exhaustion
through
code.
water that flows through the skies of the sun. Maybe it's referring to, like, this. Maybe this is the quote-unquote sun, and this fog is the cloud. Maybe we have to find a way to divert this water into the other room to melt everything.
Does it flow? Does it look like it flows somewhere?
Let's search this room.
Give me investigation checks. What is everybody else doing?
Oh shit.
So I think is there like a door frame?
It's like completely adhered to the wall. Like it's perfectly on there. And there probably was stairs at one point that are no longer there. So that's why it's just like a straight face right now.
But there's like a point I could probably like shoot an arrow into.
Sure, it's ice, so you can shoot at the door, and you can attempt to hopefully stick it in the ice. The ice is thick, so...
I'll try to do that.
Okay.
Me or Hana, me shoot arrow.
Go ahead and do that.
Arrows were shot.
So that would be like a 16 to hit.
Sure, it's going to hit a wall.
Okay.
So you go up next to it, and did you tie rope to it? Or you just... Yeah, I figured you were going that way.
Yeah.
So give me an athletics check to see... Is it athletics? I believe it's athletics. Yes, it's athletics to...
Climb the rope.
Nope. Yes, climb rope, and then but you are walking up on icy surface, so it could be acrobatics as well. But I want to do athletics for this because you're climbing rope.
You can do whatever you want, DM.
So that's a straight 11.
Straight 11. You're slipping and sliding. You're getting up there, and you're like pushing on the door, and it's frozen shut. But you're next to it right now, as Charnook, Elyrus, and Zeph are all standing next to one another.
What you looking at, nerds?
Alchemy circle. I'm not sure exactly what it means. I don't know if you, Zeph, have been able to figure anything out from it.
I
You don't
looked
think
at
you
the.
can help get this out from under the ice, do you?
I could certainly try. And I unsheath my Adam of the West Vicious Greatsword, using the teeth
Yep.
to try and bust open the ice,
Go ahead and roll.
slam it on the ground.
I will also take out my longsword and
Sure.
I'll let you two handle this. But
As you're hitting it, and you guys are going, all of you guys just start like ice picking with your swords right now. Swords aren't very good at opening up ice,
Right.
unless they're magical. You are using the teeth,
Yeah.
and I do grant you that.
Alright. It's a
pick.
But it is like frozen to the ground, and who knows how far that goes. You guys are getting some ice up, but you're not making a lot of progress. That you're all chipping away, and you keep hearing these dings, dings, and your swords are also like vibrating horribly in your hands, and you're definitely damaging the swords.
Oh, this is awful.
Or yourselves.
Yes,
Oh, wait, I have a mole.
I know you do. I was very surprised you didn't take out the hammer. But
Wait.
and by the way, when you did that though,
On
it was still
brand.
like dring, dring, like going up and down the xylophone as you were doing this.
Oh,
once you start hitting it with your sword, I'll be like, Charnook,
what?
you have a hammer on your back.
Alright, well, I guess I do.
As the other sword's like still frozen in the ground, he takes out another as he's like keeping it in the middle of the other progress. All right.
I removed my sword from where I was hitting the
Yep.
spot that I loosened it up really well.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit it with the hammer.
All right, go ahead and roll for that.
Oh god.
11
11.
to hit the floor.
You hit the floor and you see little cracks coming out, but just little cracks.
I'm working.
All right, you're working. While you're working,
It's working on the railroad.
back to Tellius and Tyrion as you hear, "Hey, your not friend is out of the gas place.
How close is he to here?
I'll take a look for you.
Thanks.
Hey, stop that!" That's what you're hearing right now. Cut it out.
So
Oh, boy.
investigation checks. I rolled a 20.
20.
I rolled an 8.
8. All right.
I'm
Not
glad you
nat,
rolled a
not
20.
nat, just a regular
So as you
20.
sit down by this area and you put your hands in, it's really warm to a degree that is nearly scalding, but it's refreshing to you, Tullius. As you put your hands through it and you see the water that seems to be circulating in here, as you push through, you see more of the fireflies through the air.
The dungeon.
Yeah, that'll come up later. You see it circulating through the water, and you're just taken in by like the serenity of this area.
Emily.
It's probably because the wire's in her way.
Stop moving!
No, it's fine.
It's my
Move
fault.
this out of her way. It's the problem with having to do all this. Anyway, Tyrion, though, you do notice a bit of those weird brass things from the other area connected into here. And as you look around and push past some of the fireflies, you notice a statue inside here, frozen over. It has the symbol, the frozen star on it, and it seems to be obscuring the flow of the water right now.
Ooh. I think we gotta move this.
What?
I'll bring Tullius over to the statue.
What?
I think we have to move this out of the way. It seems like it's blocking the flow of water.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So it seems like completely stuck to the wall, like a part of the wall and carved into the wall right now, this statue. It appears to be a statue of a young elvish woman holding up one of those frozen stars up in the air, and all draped in robes that are all frosted over.
I'll hold up my necklace to it.
Sheds light, makes it a little clearer to see, but nothing moves.
I'll say melody.
They're in and towards the right side to you, where the waters are.
There.
Yes, they're over there.
Let's get to work on this. You try your scimitar on that side, and I'm gonna try and loosen it up on this side.
Is it ice or is it just like in the wall?
It's basically stonework in the wall.
Okay.
Oh, and it's blocking the path of water.
Yes.
Is there
Does
any
it-
clockwork stuff connected to it?
The ceiling appears to have some sort of brass elements that remind you of clockwork stuff that are frozen over.
Are there any buttons, levers, anything nearby?
Now, even with a 20, you took a good time looking over the room. A lot of the walls are still frozen over. There's artistry on the walls, but this looks like a rock in the middle of a river.
Alright, let's get back to the main room.
Tell the others about it.
It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
I mean, what are we gonna do?
Maybe we can grab Charnook and see if either of you guys can budge it a little bit, or maybe there's some sort of mechanism that moves it.
I could try to move it, but if it's not moving, I think we should maybe talk to a smart lad. Hilarious. Yeah.
What do you got?
23.
23. As you come up to it, you start trying to push into this wall, expecting no give, as it's literally built into the wall. You feel a little give.
I might be able to move it. Come help me.
I'll try and help him.
All right, so you have advantage, or you get to roll, whatever you guys want to do.
I'll let him get advantage.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh. 27.
27.
Right.
As Tyrion Tyrion, you aid him by building some flames underneath it and starting to melt it a little bit, and you're trying to find the edges, and you keep taking the edges off the wall as you can start to see like little cracks and little blue flames from the other chamber starting to pierce into this one, which seems to be enclosed in the darkness, only lit by the fireflies in here. Tullius, pushing against it, shouldering after shouldering, stands back, and then he takes a charge at it, and as he hits the statue, it all comes crumbling forward as Tullius falls into the chamber where Eulyris and Zeph are just staring at Charnook just smashing at the floor, and the waters start pouring through. And as they pour through, they have this bright glow, the exact blue glow that your scimitar has and your necklace, just start pouring into here, and it starts melting the floors, and it goes and starts going into where you were trying to unearth right now. It starts going and stops on one half of the chamber.
I'm gonna poke my head out. We found something!
Hi.
Yes, I noticed.
As the walls start to melt more and more around you guys, the floors start to melt, the chamber starts to warm a bit, and the angel goes, "One half of the skies have been shown. Find the water which flows from underground."
Why are you so cryptic?
Charnook doesn't know what that word means.
Can you not speak in riddles, please?
I'm gonna look on the ground for somewhere water might come up from.
As you look, you're following the other side. Give me an investigation check.
I make my way down the stairs back.
As you make your way down the stairs, you can see the mural in front of you start to melt significantly.
Ooh.
Do you stick around for it, or do you brush past it?
I'm gonna rush over to the door and be like, "Tullius, the portrait's melting. Come and look." And I'll step back and take another look at it.
All right.
What am I, like, surrounded by rubble or something right now?
Yeah, you hit the ground, but you have your plate armor and you're a strong lad, so I'm not gonna make you take any damage.
Strong lad.
You, as you clean yourself from there and you see all the waters, like, as you got hit with the water, it felt very refreshing to you.
Nice.
Like,
I'm gonna drink some of it.
what's that?
I'm gonna drink some of it.
You gonna drink some of it?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So as you drink some of it, which was once scalding hot, it is now icy cold down here.
Oh.
And as you put it inside your mouth, you hear.
Oh! Oh!
The waters of hope from the skies above. A step closer, Tullius, to the future you walk. And that's from the voice you're used to hearing.
All reliable.
Okay.
Splash my face with a little bit of that and just keep going.
As you do, you feel revitalized,
Oh, do I?
and you feel like a swole boy.
Do I?
You do. As you walk back into the other room,
I've cracked the code.
you guys see this wall shows a depiction of raven wings growing out of the wounds of that fallen angel, the rejected angel you saw in the previous room. It looks broken, bent at one point, but then stands taller as the wings grow, and you see a raven in the next frame fly onto the shoulder. As the portrait builds up, you see this fallen angel with now raven wings holding people's hands, walking them away from battles, from gatherings with people all around them, away from broken carts and depictions of fields of fire. And you see that fallen angel taking these people into this blackness, into the distance. That's what you and Tyrion see as the wall starts to melt away.
What kind of knowledge would Tullius have of, like, the Raven Queen at all?
You can make a religion check.
has it come up at all with
That's why I'm asking, and I know I'm only asking because I
don't
know
think so.
that Tellius has gone to the library with Eliris and like asked about gods and lore and stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't even think I would ask. 17, actually.
You just remember what the books from those libraries told you? And,
Oh, religion?
yeah.
19. Sorry.
19.
Let's go.
I mean, they just look like raven wings to you.
Okay.
It's hard for Tellius even to make a
Yep.
connection.
No. That's
It would
yeah.
be something like
No
that.
worries. No worries.
Tyrion, you're welcome to make any religion or history check based on any argument you want to make to me if he wants to make sense of this. Eliris, what were you doing as you see Orhana next to a door right now, just trying to punch that shit open?
Oh man, Ryan Freeze on a good frame.
Oh,
That's a good look for
he's
him.
gonna sneeze. Zeph, what are you doing then?
You said that this arcane circle has like troughs, right?
Yes.
Where are those leading to?
Beneath
Or
this,
from?
their lead from now that side. They've come down like a waterfall and filled in around this ice knife in the middle, this ice shard. And it looks like one half of whatever this alchemy circle is has been filled in by this water.
Okay, and the other half, is there a clear trough somewhere under the ice?
Absolutely.
Or if it-
It's actually shocking to you that it didn't fill in all the way around, and there's clearly some other walls and barriers splitting this in half, and they all lead towards what would seem another side.
I
Rationally.
want to follow that as far as I can.
As you do that, you can tell that it probably comes from the side that is where Orhana is working towards right now. You see her going in there, and you see the mechanisms and the ceilings and everything. You got an idea that something's going on this opposite side. Your passive intelligence is enough to surmise what's going on right now. This is not for the most clever.
And Orhana's just like hanging from a rope.
10 feet off the ground, trying to open a door right now. A frozen
I'm
door.
just amused watching this. What is happening?
I think I like took out my dagger and like tried like stabbing it a few times. Like
Yeah, you're getting in there. You're making little progress. You're getting like when you're doing like little ice, like as you cut through ice, and you're getting little bits of those like almost like string cheese, pulling it back. That's what you're getting right now. Little bits of frost. If you took your fingernail to ice and you were peeling it back,
trying so hard.
you are definitely trying hard, and no one is coming to you right now.
I walk over casually
All right, yes,
and I hit it with the hammer.
it's 10 feet tall.
I jump and hit it with the hammer.
All right, give me a attack roll.
That is a 24.
All right, give me damage.
I jump and hit it with a hammer.
Oh, that's good. That is 13 damage.
Cracks it, and multiple pieces of ice come off it.
You're welcome.
Do you attempt to open it?
Yeah, I go for it.
It's still a little frozen.
You should.
It's still a little frozen.
I'll hit it harder this time. Move out of the way.
You could have done better.
She's not even close. She's literally just like hanging now at this point next to the door that's right here.
Take a few steps back.
Yeah.
Swing my hammer back. Jump and swing my hammer over my head. And,
Boing!
As it makes impact.
19 that time.
Okay, damage.
Same. 13 damage.
Opens and cracks.
Alright. Open the door!
Alright. Well, now you go into this area. You're now into here.
She's cracking the code.
Inside here, you see a similar pool of water that the other group had seen. So to you, you see fireflies in this chamber as well. Murals on the walls, a low cut ceiling inside here, and what would appear to be some brass work above you, leading back up into some sort of reservoir above you. You would recognize this just because of your background with clockwork devices.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'll leave the rope that was attached to my
Yep.
thing. So like,
Other people can climb up.
yeah,
Sure.
I don't think they'll have as hard of a time as I did. I guess.
Yeah,
but
you're like 4.
yeah, not even like 3 feet.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
exactly.
yeah, very.
But I think I'll just like kind of turn around and yell out the door like, "Oh, it looks like there's some hot water up here."
Hot water, you say?
As he starts climbing up. So Charnook, you can get in there. That's fine. What is...
I'll go up there as well.
Zeph goes in there as well. You guys enter into this room. And you guys can see that there are other passageways leading away from this water down into potentially another area.
I'm gonna start heading that way.
All right.
Getting away from the water. I don't want to go swimming.
All right. As you start walking through this hallway, the door is already like busted off and frozen open, so you can clearly walk through. And you just see in this area that dim little blue lighting underneath, these blue fires that are underneath all these frozen walls inside this area as you keep walking deeper and deeper. As you get to the other side, you end up seeing yet another frozen, what seems to be an altar in front of you, you could surmise, and pools of water, still water that you guys did encounter last session. What you guys knew from those, or they act very much like that gravity room where you guys would fall endlessly. You see 3 of those in there, and the rest of the walls seem to have some sort of paintings beneath the frozen walls, but you can't make them out.
Okay. I'll just kind of relay that, down the hallway. Just yell.
Orhana turns and yells down the hallway as it echoes to you guys in here looking inside this room.
Is this water flowing at all, or is
It seems very stagnant.
Does there seem to be something blocking it?
Give me an investigation check.
Zeph is so smart.
17.
17. You start looking around the waters and you can see that there is that clockwork mechanism leading directly into it. And as you go to put your hands in, it burns so hot that you can't make out more. But with a 17, it's piqued your interest that maybe there's a connection. But you can't get your hand in there to really check if there's anything down there because of how hot the waters are.
Just like try to jam my sword down there and see if I can catch anything.
Blindly doing that, give me a investigation check with disadvantage.
Does anyone have a plunger?
16 actually.
Wow,
16.
he's so good at
You're knocking
investigating.
around and you're bumping into a lot of what feels like stone and that mechanism, but you can't really get a good feeling for what you're bumping into with that sword. And when you take it out, that steam glistens off the sword inside this room with Charnook looking at you, and it gives this sense of how cold the air is versus how warm the water is dynamic, and you get these stark feelings of hot and cold going on.
It's interesting.
Did we hear Orhana yelling?
You guys wouldn't have, but you guys would be trekking your way back, and you would now be
Yes.
met up with Euvirus.
Alright, now, let's see. Now I want to follow that clockwork mechanism and see if I can find the other doorway.
All right, give me a perception check. Or actually, yeah, perception. And you hear, "Oh, he's a dick! He is a dick! Okay, Tim Tom, we don't talk to him. He is past Saggy Sammy, and on your way. Be on the lookout."
Could you distract him or something?
I just did!
More, please. He will kill all of us.
He was gonna kill me! He
What was that again?
babbling about all sorts of nonsense. I couldn't bear to listen to his awful monologue. You think people that talk that long would get the hint that nobody cares?
You'd think.
What was it again?
Perception.
Perception?
Yep.
Ooh, 19.
You're able to deduce what Zeph did and Orhana, that it probably leads to that other side, and in you following it over, do notice the door is open, rope there, and missing allies.
I'm gonna make my way in.
All right, you start making your way in.
I will follow suit.
All right, you just
With great
push yourself
speed,
up.
because I'm scared.
I don't want to see that shit. All right, you guys make it in. Euliris, are you still just chilling there?
I'd like to go over to where Zeph was.
That's the same.
Inside where everybody else is going?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna put him up here. The ring got really weird.
Get a little more zoomed in. Is the other camera not going to work now that it got knocked over? Oh, well. That's fine. I don't care.
I was really angry.
That's all right. We all get there. All right. So you've entered into that room. So literally the entire team is almost together. So that's terrific.
We're all there.
And Orhana, you're still back in that area. You can make an investigation check if you want, just to see if there's anything else of their interest.
Sure.
What are you all doing inside this room that you've all met up?
Is there some kind of mechanism that goes into the pool?
Yes.
If I follow that, does it lead to anything on the walls, anything on the floor?
It looks like it leads straight up into the ceiling,
It just keeps going.
into the stonework. Yes.
How does the water feel to me?
As you put your hand in, doesn't burn.
Cool.
I want to do the same thing to a different pool.
To a different pool of water. I mean, there's one big pool in this area where you guys are. The 3 pools are over on the other side there.
I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it as well. Seeing him do that.
It does not burn you.
I'll touch it.
It burns you.
You suck.
Nope, not for me.
Oh,
Nope.
you're such a wuss.
And we see
You
the
should try
clockwork
it.
mechanism goes right into the pool, right?
Yes.
I'm like standing right next
I'm
to
gonna
it.
shove
Yep.
my face in and look.
All right. Give me a perception check with disadvantage because you're looking into dark water. Even though you have dark vision, it's still water.
You could have never done my job. You would have to walk by streams of lava all the time.
Ooh,
I reach my
oh
hand
boy.
in.
It burns.
Disadvantage.
But yeah, that's exactly how I saw that playing out.
Except for
You're like in
perception.
frostbite right now. It burns so bad.
18.
18? You
I
can
got
clearly
a
see
16
it.
and an 18 on my roll.
You clearly see a
Nice.
clog at the bottom of this vent. It's all
I gotta
ice.
pull my head out.
Yep.
I'm going in, boys, and I dive in and grab it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. He's gone.
As you
Okay.
go and grab it, it's frozen inside this. It's so cold, it's frozen inside.
Diving in after him.
This thing. There's not that much room, but all right. It's like a kiddie pool. Yeah.
Oh.
As you guys get in there, you're now next to each other, like sticking out. The pool's not even that deep. You guys.
Oh, I could just like stand in it.
Yeah. It's like 3 feet. It's like 3 feet down, man. This isn't like an endless. This is
Okay.
like
Kiddie pool.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
so
gonna,
funny.
I'm
That's
gonna
hilarious.
stand up, I'm gonna be like, scimitar, use it, unclog,
I
and
will.
stick my face back in.
Okay.
Okay.
So you start sticking your scimitar into where you pointed to.
I want to look at it.
Go ahead. Make a perception check. As you go underwater, and it just looks ridiculous. It looks like an adult at like a kiddie pool place, as their entire body is above, as they're looking down to like a filter or something to be like, where'd that squirrel go?
We all heard what Thanazen said.
22.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna peer out where the doorway is,
Yep.
just kind of concealing myself but keeping an eye on
22.
where we entered.
Okay. As you turn, you see a giant hulking mass standing
Oh
there.
shit, guys, he's here!
22.
22. As you go down with Tyrion, you can see the ice that's filling like this square container of the mechanism, of the clockwork vent.
Alright, as I'm doing that, I'll just take one and just.
As you start jabbing away, it starts clearing, and all of a sudden, like the rest of the ice gets sucked up, and you just see the water start going up towards the ceiling.
I should do it.
And this all starts melting in here as well. So the walls start getting a little clearer and clearer. Does anybody look at them?
Yes.
No.
Of course. Of course. This is my domain. Or something.
This
I am
this wall
way more worried about the hulking figure in the other room.
shows the fallen angel again, trying to take the hand of a hooded figure, but it refuses. As it goes back and forth, a gangly hand outstretched points to the
Gangly.
fallen angel's chest. The fallen angel is depicted forcibly grabbing this hooded figure, only to release them. As it continues across the wall, the fallen angel is watching over a dwarf. This dwarf is sitting inside his home, and it looks that his house reeks of obsession, neglect. You can see piles of trash and hoarding occurring all throughout this dwarf's house. As a fallen angel approaches this dwarf and the paintings that wrap around this room, it attacks her violently, and it pushes it back. Floating above the dwarf's grasp, a glow shines in his hand in this chunky material.
Chonky.
The two lock eyes, and a depiction of the fallen angel's darkness behind it meets this glowing darkness below this dwarf, as the two are like floating in this very angelic, religious-looking painting all the way across the side of the room.
So I got a 2 on my, well, actually with my modifier it's a 9 on my investigation.
It all frozen as shit in here. A lot of frozen
melted.
crap.
What happens as you walk down? Like, does the mirror continue down the hallway?
Yeah, it does continue around here, and because it's melting, Eulyris, you do notice shinies.
Shinies.
And yes, in one of the corners, you do notice something shiny.
Ooh. Where are they?
Be right over here, I believe. I can't see it, but I think
Yeah,
it's
there are
right
some
over
shinies
here.
there.
I'll take a look at them.
It's still pretty frozen, so you need somebody to clear it up to really get through, but you can see some glows of reds and greens and golds and silvers underneath.
Tyrion or Telius, can one of you clear this ice out for me? There's something shiny in here.
Guys.
Sure.
You just see, you peek out, and you saw that hulking mass, and you look out again, it's not there.
I hold my breath. And I peek around just a little bit more.
It's just, actually, it's not still. The water pours from the ceiling and starts filling in the rest of the other side, and you just hear that obscuring your hearing right now.
All right. 25.
25 to hit to open that up. Yeah, it hits, and you start cutting this through. As you start cutting and moving ice around, you just start seeing gemstones go across the side of the wall, and you start hearing bottles clanking around, and you almost shatter some potions that are under there. But you guys see a whole bunch of stuff.
Some potions.
Yeah.
What are these potions?
Did you pick them up?
Yeah.
All right. You find one large potion in your hand.
I drink it.
Are you serious? Are you serious? What?
Yeah.
All right. As you drink it, you feel revitalized, like you're at 100%.
Great. Because I wasn't.
Yep. You heal fully.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's a good
That's
idea.
gone.
That's a good idea. Does it like give us slots back or anything?
yes.
Wait, what?
Yes, you get your spell slots back.
Hey, all right.
Well, let's go, dude.
That's not bad.
Never mind.
You guys see
100% worth.
You guys see 9 various gemstones cut in different cuts of reds, greens, and blues.
Tyrion, this is good for the bag.
Alrighty then.
And you see a scroll and a lantern. 2 scrolls and a lantern.
You can take the scrolls, man. I want to
pick up
see the rest of this
scrolls and I
mirror.
look at them.
All right, give me Arcana checks to see if you can recognize what they are.
Individual per scroll.
Yes.
Well,
Individual per scroll.
I want to walk over towards Charnook and start taking a look.
Take my
I like
arm and push him against the wall.
Yep.
He's in here.
I will
So the-
stealthily look.
All right, give me a stealth check. What'd you roll? Sorry.
The first scroll was a 21.
You recognize these runes to resemble that of what you would use to communicate with someone telepathically.
Yeet.
oh,
I hear voices in my head.
Is that like a specific scroll?
It is.
it is now.
And I guess I'll give it to you since you rolled a 21. You can add a spell scroll of telepathic bond to your inventory.
Bond
Only
with
we
me,
had a
Jimmy.
wizard.
Bond with me,
31
Jimmy.
stealth, by the way.
31 stealth. You edge yourself so carefully towards the corners as the waters are still pouring and filling into this area. And you take a quick glance. Give me a perception check.
Not as good, but 15.
And you can see the angel starting to raise higher and his hands start glowing. And you can hear through the chamber echo out, "The process has begun!" as the light starts growing farther and farther. And you can see
I don't see
the
anything else.
nothing
Just
right
the
now.
angel.
Just the angel right now.
I don't see anything, Charnook.
As you pull back, what'd you roll for the other Arcana?
I swear I saw
That
him.
other one was 16.
16. This one you don't recognize as well. You're probably gonna need somebody with a little more expertise in this sort of runes to let you know what it does. It's not coming to your mind right now.
Follow the mural into down the hallway.
Sure. As
There was
you
just a bunch of gemstones, right?
yes.
I'll point them out. I don't want to pick them up though.
All right. Yep. He points out 9 different gemstones nobody's picked up yet.
I want it. I'm also scared.
I thought we were putting them in a bag.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Then you can add 9 gemstones to the bag of holding.
We're gonna be so
Assorted
rich
gemstones.
if we live.
Yep.
We're not gonna live. What are you talking about?
We're gonna be so rich if we live.
If this angel wasn't such a dick and helped us, maybe we would.
He only has one purpose.
As you walk
Start the
down
ritual.
into this next area and things start melting, you can see inside this area all sorts of broken devices. You see all tools shattered among this area as it melts, and you see bones, loads and loads of bones everywhere.
Them bones, them bones.
On the walls, you take your swords and illuminate them because it's even darker down here.
I don't do that. I'll use the ball
Okay.
because I have my uncle's ones around,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
They
And that's
wouldn't-
floating by you.
Yeah.
Okay. And it illuminates here. And down deep in this area that seems to be like a ways down, it seems like you went down into more of a cavernous area down towards that end. It shows the fallen angel deep below the seas inside a sunken city. There she finds a glow like that of what the dwarf had in his hands. The painting is close to the features of the fallen angel, illuminating its face, its eyes wide as a glow covers the artwork's display. The light of the painting transitions to tears rolling down the fallen angel's face as the darkness of the sunken city encapsulates all the way around it.
It's at the end of it.
It's like a massive close-up of these like
That's really
tears
sad.
and holding all this, yeah.
What else is in the room?
Make an investigation check.
I meant more like looking around what's in the room.
That is the mural all the way
it's
around.
okay.
So
okay,
for
okay.
mural wise, that's all the way around. But the bones and everything in there, does seem to be some stuff around there.
All right. Ilaris, what do you make of this mural? As I look around.
Okay, give me an investigation
I'll
check.
take a look at it.
All right.
20, not natural.
You do find a locket in here.
Locket.
Yeah.
Does it do anything?
You open and it sprays you with anthrax.
It's
Shit.
as you look at the locket, it's not one that normally opens up. It actually looks like a well-cut gemstone, and it's like multiple polygon shape, probably like 14 or 15 cuts all the way around it, and it folds onto each side. I mean, touching it, nothing really happens as you just punching
Cast
at it.
detect magic on it?
It is very magical. It glows bright towards you, and then also the floor glows, and you see a another scroll that is glowing on the floor.
Where?
In the inside the rib cage of one of the frozen over and now melting skeletons.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Can I decipher what it might be?
As you open it up, it's a picture.
Of what?
What you see inside here is various creatures that look like you.
That's me.
They're all in different armors and leaning, and they seem to be inside some area, like a tavern, and they're all laughing and having a good time, and they're leaning and holding different stuff up. They're all adorning that frozen star on their armors, and they all look like they're about to go to war. And they all have just the night before the big war that's about to happen.
Sounds like a picture. Do any of them look familiar?
Make a history check.
Natural 18.
Any modifiers?
Oh yeah, I got modifiers for everything.
Bard, dude.
+3, 21.
21. Looking through them, it's tough to decipher if any of them resemble anybody you might have known, then you do see your father. He's towards the back in bluish white armor, and he seems to be quietly in his own meditation. That's why it didn't come to your attention immediately, and you can just see him praying.
Is my uncle in it?
You do not see your uncle in this one.
Man, he's so much cooler than my dad. Okay, I'll pocket that.
All right.
And the locket.
Yep. Okay. Eliris, did you come in the room and look at anything? Did you want to do anything?
Yeah, I was gonna look at the mural.
Yep. So you very much see a very similar mural. You can make any checks you want here.
Do I recognize anything in the mural, or
You can give me a history or religion check.
Okay. Oh, nice.
I say
That is
no.
32.
The face you can't really make out. It looks pretty generic. It's made very much in that way that it's not really capturing who the individual was, but more what happened. As you look more and more across all the walls inside here and see the temple, you've heard all sorts of stories about temples and underwater cities. The collapse sunk many of the worlds beneath. All the great civilizations of before, many were rumored to have been pushed below the seas. And there were also rumors with 31 of those that followed the storm talk about a castle beneath the waves.
What? That's so
Atlantis.
cool.
That's what comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right.
I peek out the door again very carefully,
Mm-hmm.
just to try and see if he's here.
Look out. Give me a perception check. As the water is just finishing. 9. Doesn't seem to be here.
I begin to question whether I saw him in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
but I still am very cautious.
All right. What is everybody doing?
Walk back towards the.
Tyrion's gonna make his way towards the exit door.
All right. Everybody
Yeah.
starts walking towards the door.
I'm gonna investigate again.
Okay.
I thought maybe the time and the warmth.
Sure.
help
Thaw
melt.
things out a little bit.
Revitalize the
in that
brain.
area.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
I
like
just
that.
need some good vibes.
So that's a 16.
With a 16, you do notice Tully's definitely picked up the magical crap in here. And you notice lots of broken tool works, and they resemble that of masonry.
Magical.
Hmm.
You got,
Possibly
loot
what
ninja'd.
made the stones around you, or helped create these tombs, and probably what was working to carve out these caverns.
Anything about the altar, though?
The altar itself was holding the locket, and that's what was the special monument to it.
Oh, okay. All right. Head back to everyone then.
All right, everyone's at the door. What are you doing?
I would
Guys,
like to very stealthily drop down.
be careful.
Okay. You drop down. Give me a acrobatics check.
Ragnora might be in here.
23.
23. With your 31 stealth, you land. Everything seems all right.
I just put out like look for.
Hearing Farnook say that, can I see the other door from where we are?
Yeah, actually, it is angled where you could see that other door.
How far away is it?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90 feet away. And it is obscured. You can barely see the open door. You can't see directly clearly to it. I'm sorry if I just said you could clearly see it.
You can clearly not see it that well.
Because then I looked at the map and there are shit in front of you.
I just want to find something to hide behind real quick.
All right.
Just
You
get like a different angle.
you push over and you give me a dex saving throw.
19.
19. You narrowly avoid hitting what is now melted a gong behind you. And this massive size gong, you just tiptoe around that, and then you take on the opposite side of a pillar right now. And as you do that, give me a perception check as you're now on the opposite side of this pillar. Where's Zeph?
Ooh, that's good.
Gone.
23.
You see some glistening at the other end of this cavern. Oh my god. That thing just glitched out. Like,
What
I
the
can't
heck?
believe.
Whoa. What was that?
It's the other camera. We'll just go here for now. We'll just go here.
That was weird.
I'm gonna point my
oh.
finger
We'll go here for
Not
in
better.
the direction of Zeph
Yep.
and whisper, "What do you see?"
Very stealthily say, there appears to be some glistening, some kind of light. I'm not sure exactly.
You get cut off by a booming voice inside here, and you all can hear this voice say, "The waters of the sun and of ice have met. Come, Tullius, and drink from
That's
the
me.
waters.
That's me.
Take your steps on your journey and on your path. You must stamp out the madness that stands in the way of hope." It is the same familiar voice that you've been hearing.
All right.
But everybody hears that shit.
Stepping out.
I'm gonna
Alright.
start stealthily moving forward while he steps.
All right, Talius, as you step out, you can tell actually you guys have managed. He's making good work on whatever this thing is right now, and ice is just coming off this massive shard in the middle right now. As you see this big circle in the alchemy around it seems to be even warming up. Whatever is inside here, you can see more of this area melting down. You can see some bodies actually preserved in the ice right now, being melted out of that, and you can see individual creatures inside here. As you're walking forward, you on this side do notice a couple of bones inside here, bone-ish creatures, and you see a dwarf that is melted and frozen in this ice, and his skin is pale as can be. The walls inside here in the back wall are slowly starting to melt, and the ceiling is just dripping and dripping right now. As it's the place is heated up to such a point that like it's almost raining inside here.
It's nice.
Let's
Dwarf
make
dude
our way
look
out of this
alive?
door.
He does not look well. Make a medicine check actually, if you want to go poke him.
I'm gonna slowly make my way out of the
14.
door.
I will also do
Seems
that.
pretty dead. You can tell his hands are still all completely blackened, though. His whole body is like white and petrified, but the hands are completely blackened.
Where's he located?
Here.
Okay.
Guess I'll just walk towards the shard.
As you walk towards the front in the shard, as you turn the corner, standing there is Ragnorum. Shit! I told you!
What am I supposed to do? The angel voice thing was like, "Hey, come out."
No,
So-
no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
As you turn the corner, you see Ragnorum
Where are my homies at?
Gekken staring at you right now, just all in his massive, scaly self, staring into you, the purple eyes glowing up.
Fancy seeing you here.
Tullius,
Yo.
it seems the flowing of the fates put us on opposite paths. I wish we could have been allies. And I think in another lifetime we might be.
Can I make my way around the other side of the
Yeah.
shard?
Yep. As you walk around the other side of the shard, melting, you see all sorts of like metal weapons and stuff all broken in here and melted in here, snapped and garbage and shitty. And you can see all sorts of very strange bone structures in here still frozen. As you're turning that corner, you can see the back end of Ragnorum staring at Tullius.
Is there any sort of collecting area putting together that the angel said drink from the water? Is there any sort of area of collection for the water that the angel's referring to, or that voice was
The
referring
voice.
to?
Probably what you guys could surmise at this point is right in front of the ice shard where Tullius is. There is a pool in front of there, and it's all being channeled from the wells around what you guys have been pouring and working the water in towards this point.
I am gonna hold up my fist, and I'm gonna hold an action
Okay.
to use my Ring of Spell Storing if Ragnorum seems to move towards Telia.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What's everybody else doing?
Quivering in fear.
How close is Ragnorum to that pool that it looks like Tellius is supposed to drink out of?
They're both probably 5 feet away from it, equidistance. They're both split.
So they're like...
They're staring at each other mano a mano right now.
Oh,
As
God.
the angel
Oh,
is
God.
breaking this ice down, and Ragnorum staring at Tullius. Tullius staring back, his glowing scimitars in each hand, his necklace glowing inside this area, the walls melting down. It seems like rain coming from the ceiling. The groups backing on each side of this shard, trying to get a look. The angel hanging above. This is where everyone stands in tension.
I'm going to calmly walk to be beside my friend. Just slowly grabbing my sword and preparing myself and keeping, not for a second, taking my eyes off of him.
Then it is the will of the fates that we are tested here.
I'm gonna unleash a level 5 fireball.
Roll initiative. Ah!
Sweet.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Nice. Alright.
Oh boy.
Well,
Here we go.
target acquired.
Creed Phase 3.
We're in the end game now, boys.
Let's get it. 42 for Ragnorum.
No.
That's the one thing he's not good at.
Initiative.
It's funny because it's true. Hear that music?
Remember, he skips leg day, so...
Anyway, 20 to 25.
Nope.
26.
26.
Oh, let's go.
22.
Oh, let's go. They're gonna
man.
kill Ragnorum.
The guy without a magical
He still
item.
doesn't have a magical item. You need to give him a bow.
Is he next to me?
No. He's over here. You're still in the room.
Well, I can't just
Well,
wing it at him.
Everybody is probably moved their way this way at this point.
Can I
So you
stay
guys are
up?
there. You want to stay up here and here?
Yeah.
Elias, did you want to stay up in here as well?
I'll be here.
Sure.
Up in that previous room, alright.
I'd rather snipe.
Zeph would be... He was following Tyrion, or no?
He was hiding.
Were you just hiding? Okay. So there you go. We got that, we got that.
Ooh, this music. Oh god.
It's so good. It's so good. But also,
Feel intense. Feel intense.
Great. So next would be 15 to 20.
17.
16.
I got 20.
20.
Wow. Good initiatives, boys.
Are we fighting him?
I just want to drink this water, man. That's all I know.
Is the fireball going to be a surprise round thing?
Yes.
Okay.
17 was me, Charnook, and then 16 is Tullius.
Yep.
All right.
14.
14. Okay.
This music.
That is Tyrion.
Flanking.
Just want to drink
Anybody
the water.
else? Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Top of the lineup, Zeph.
Let's go, Zeph.
Well, I can't really do much, but how close am I to that pool of water?
There is a trough. I mean, there's a trough that leads to the pool of water.
Okay, am I able to like make it to the pool? I mean, I'd probably be right next to Ragnorum. And
No.
Tellius, right?
Like, there's the troughs that go all the way around. There's a pool here, way up here.
Right.
But there's like one right here you could walk towards, not in danger.
Didn't they tell him to drink out of the pool though?
Sure.
Or is that not clear?
I'd say unclear.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go up to that pool of water and I'll fill up my water skin with it.
Okay.
And I want to toss it at Tellius.
So that's a long toss.
I'll try.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55 feet. It's a 55-foot toss around. You gotta do it like around the surface.
If anyone can do it.
It's
Alright.
curve the skin.
That would be
Range
a,
attack, I would assume.
a strength. Is that what you just said?
I don't know.
I think it's a strength.
Well,
You could
it's
arc
either a
it.
strength check or like a range, whatever
Range
attack.
attack?
What is it called?
Improvised range attack.
Yeah.
Yes,
So he
yes.
wouldn't get his proficiency with it, but
Right, it'd get dex but not proficiency.
Go ahead, then ranged improvised attack at disadvantage because you're curving it around a surface.
You could arc it over.
You could.
also still like how much movement do you have?
That is
Well,
true.
I already rolled, and I rolled 2 15s.
Okay.
So,
This works.
22.
22.
Curve the skin.
All right, so you're
Curve
whipping
the
it
bullet.
around. Tullius, you're not looking because you're completely entranced by
fine.
Ragnorum.
That makes sense.
Make a dex
Hit
saving
him in
throw
the
with
head.
disadvantage.
Wait, how do you have a +7 dexterity modifier?
Oh, that's not my. That's my
That's the
saving
saving
throw.
Oh,
Right.
and also,
It's still
actually,
18, still
before that
18.
happens, fireball goes
yeah.
off. Yeah, you just reminded
Right.
me of it.
Ah,
So,
all right.
Dex
So,
saving.
using my ring of spell storing,
Yes.
I unleash a level 5 fireball,
Yep.
and I can detonate it with pinpoint accuracy.
Yep,
That's right. You can.
So I want to do it behind Ragnorum,
yep.
Not hitting me.
hitting him just in the tail end of the range to not damage anybody else or the pool.
Now that's a spicy meatball.
All right, you shoot that out, and as it explodes outwards behind Ragnorum, as Charnook comes over, unsheathing his sword, it explodes behind him. The fires explode out. Your red fires cross against the walls, and you can see the ice just being melted away. You can see stags on the wall you came in here, adorned and shown now, both steering towards whatever the other walls are. As the fires engulf and you see the reds as they go and hit Ragnorum, the fire changes from reds to dark purples and blacks as they come within his range.
Jeez.
Still takes damage, roll damage.
It's
Jeez.
a dex save.
I didn't. Okay, awesome.
Dex save.
But you see the fire change.
Dex save!
You got
So
it, you got
dex save.
it.
Kill it.
18.
That does save. So he takes half.
Alright. And that deck save, as like the explosion comes in and the fires hit Ragnorum and they start burning on his scales and his skin, you can see that the flames like changed from Tyrion's normal red flames to the purple, and that seems to have a less of effect on him.
It's pretty lame. It's cool, but it's also lame.
Whatever, losers.
By the way, ignores resistance to fire damage.
Haha!
All right, so that's I rolled.
Take that,
7.
plot armor.
This isn't resistance to fire damage. This is just
Immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
I don't care.
Boy.
this
We gotta
music
kill
though.
this dude.
This music
It's
though.
not my turn yet.
I know. Prepare to kill him.
I procure a large straw. A 5-foot straw.
I cast enlarge on the straw.
42 fire damage halved because he saved.
Yep, so 21.
And
It begins.
we're in the end game now.
As the fire bursts out around Ragnorum, he hardly flinches, staring at you, Tullius.
unsettling.
His beautiful display as the rain's coming down, like putting out the flames as they just blow past the back of him. Very similar to when you first met.
So cinematic.
Good times.
All right. Anything? Now, Zeph, what you were doing.
So now my to hit was an 18.
All right, 18.
14 on the deck save.
18's not going to make it because of how difficult this is in the distance that it is. So it goes up and just... And with your deck save, you notice it's behind you by about 10 feet.
That's not closer than...
No, but he made an effort.
He did. He
Tried. He made the bad brain play.
I'll bonus action hide.
All right.
Smart
You'll,
move.
like, come over here and come towards the ice, and so there's no line of vision there, and the angel is working away. You guys, he was working quite a while you were in the other room, so it's starting to melt. It is now Ragnarum's turn.
It's Ragnar's turn?
Yes.
Kill me.
As the flames burst out on the side of him, you see him step over the pool, and as he looks toward the both of you, deep into both of your eyes, one at a time, taking his time as you both see this, just how much he towers over you, that impending doom. Let us make history. And he's going to attack. He's going to use his multi-attack.
Fight me, bitch. What you gonna do, Ragnorum? Little pussy.
Alright. That is 30 to hit.
I think that hits.
33 to hit you.
I would wager it hits.
24 to hit you. For the first
Womp
three
womp.
swings
I'll
of
soak this damage.
Thanks, homie.
Sorrow and Sting.
Oh, we know. We know what they're called.
If we could just get the damage roll for where they are at. He
14
He only has
D6.
4 pages.
Ah,
That's excessive.
Yeah. There we go.
is it 60 damage?
Not yet.
Good. I'm gonna
Cast
just-
disintegrate.
Yeah.
That is...
If only.
If only.
I don't have that spell slot anymore.
Oh, I thought you meant Ragnorum. I was like, no.
It is 41 points of necrotic damage to Tullius as that hits into you.
Yummy.
And then it
I think I
is...
drank that potion. Because that would have killed me. Gah.
30 points of poison damage to Charnook. Give me a con saving throw. As he puts it inside you.
Okay.
And then he makes his
Nice.
sweeping attack towards the both of you.
24.
24? You're fine?
Who had the potion of full restore?
I drank it.
There was another one.
No,
you guys
we got
had
the-
that
we
last
got
time.
the first
Another
one.
It's in the bag, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the bag.
It's in the bag.
Oh shit.
And that's
Okay.
22 points of necrotic damage as he slices across both of you.
Oh, that's
My
good.
rage is gonna be so useful.
That's really great. Well, I'm glad I drank that potion, because I would have died.
As you guys are just blood starts curdling out, but before the blood can actually drop, all that necrotic energy is just seeping away like any of the hydration, just drinking the blood of you as you guys are cut there. That will conclude Ragnar. Yeah. That's gonna do it for now.
For now.
That's done for Ragnorm. And also at the beginning of his turn, those flames, you can see the charring of his skin lessens
Ah, that's
by a
great.
little bit.
That's
Excuse me.
nice.
Owie zowie. Alright. It is now Orhana's turn.
Get him!
I'm just gonna try to shoot him in the eyeball.
Shoot him in the eyeball, eh?
Yeah, you can see him from there.
Okay, cool.
I'll give you that.
So the first one is a 24.
I believe that hits.
I
Yep,
think
it
so
hits.
too. The second one is the 20.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Lame sauce.
Still exciting.
First
but
one,
hit.
don't look at me like that.
No, I was just trying to remember what it was last time.
0 goes right into Ragnorum's eye from Orhana with that 24. You see him.
You get
Does
three
he really do
attacks,
like that, or is he just like? Arrow?
You hit him in his eye. Okay. He's more annoyed, less damage. As it snaps on impact going across him.
So that was 7 points of damage to him.
What type of damage?
Just piercing.
Okay.
Normal arrow damage.
You got it.
I actually get 3 attacks per action now, which
Yep.
I didn't realize. So
Yep.
I rolled one more, and that would have been a 27 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and do it.
Cool.
That's how that works.
Let's go.
So this one is going in his forehead.
All right, skink, and the other one misses wide, and the next one's coming for his forehead as Orhana, remembering back and just lining up arrow after arrow. Elyrus, you're hearing that pulling of the bowstring back, and those just satisfying releases of an arrow being loosed.
And that was another 7 points of piercing
Okay,
damage.
you got it.
Freaking take that, dude.
As he's cutting into your allies.
That's the least I can do. Return the favor.
Elyrus, it is your turn as you see Orhana loosing these arrows towards Ragnorum. The waters are glowing and flowing, the angel above still.
So the angels above.
Don't
Yep.
you quit on me! Don't you quit! We can beat him! We can do this!
Can I tell if like
What do you want to do?
Oh no!
where's the light coming from?
The light, there's one inside the angel's hands, and at this point you're starting to see some lights inside the shard.
Inside the shard?
Yes, the gigantic shard that's like 80 feet tall inside this chamber.
The shard is 80 feet tall.
Yes, that's the giant thing that's been in this chamber that you first. It's like a centerpiece. Think about the thumbnail I sent you. It's like that's the center of this chamber.
Okay. Do I see Ragnorum?
Yes, from where you're at, you can see Ragnorum. I'm gonna try and get the other screen up, and hopefully it's still not blowing up. Oh man,
Oh man.
Oh boy.
better.
Boy.
So you are here with these guys. Ragnorum's over
Yep.
there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'll take a step around the corner.
Yep.
I'll use insightful fighting on him.
Okay.
Oh, insightfully fight him. Yes.
So what is it again? Deception check.
That's deception for you.
Does he even have a modifier for deception?
21
Seems fairly
for
obvious.
insight.
Oh, don't make
It's-
this.
But it's his deception. It's not his insight.
Yeah.
No, it's his deception.
All right. In deception, would that just be a
It's,
charisma?
if he's not
modifier?
proficient, it's charisma. Yeah.
Okay. 23. He rolled really high.
Oh my god.
You didn't have to give us that
first
information.
You scared, bro.
You could have just
scared.
been like, yeah, 23. Like, it's fine.
Well, his insight is gross.
He's engaged with your allies.
I believe it. Then why did he just murder
Yes.
me?
Yeah, do I get sneak attack anyway?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's engaged.
Yeah.
You keep doing this.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I don't really have a use
Yeah.
for my bonus action anyway. So.
So, fair enough.
He just wants to shoot.
All right, so I get sneak attack. I'll just shoot at him for
Go
sneak
ahead.
attack
Go ahead.
Kill
with my
him.
Kill
crossbow.
him. Kill him outright.
With your +1 crossbow.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Yeah?
That's 25.
Hits.
Barely.
The arrows are sneaking under his scales.
Sneaking under his scales.
Sneaky sneak attack bolts.
Next up is Charnuk, then Telius, then Tyrion.
Right. You go to plan night.
I just want the water.
Right, I'll try and hold them off.
All right, so that is 23 points of damage.
Take him away.
Nice. What, piercing damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll just sneak back around the corner for cover.
All right, roll a stealth check.
Pitiful. Stealth, 8.
Okay. An arrow goes off. We'll see if Ragnorum has a beat on that. All right. It is now Charnuk's turn. Then Telius and Tyrion.
bonus action rage, unleashing the fury of my ancestors.
Yep.
I'm gonna take my first attack against his chest, use my movement to get behind him, and rake across the back of his spine.
Do it.
The first attack, I'm hoping to get the thing that was on his chest last time.
Yeah. Still see a little bit of it.
I'm gonna try and rake across it as hard as I can.
Okay.
So 2 attacks.
Go for it.
Would the second one be at advantage because of flanking?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay, so the first one
You have the first one.
is a 22.
Does not hit. As you're just raking across it, the scales are too tough.
The second one would be a 22 as well.
And you go across the back, and your sword is just chinking off it. And you're a little annoyed at the Satyr King, as every time it's like,
I have to focus right now!
all right,
All attacks that he makes that aren't against me have disadvantage.
because
Rage.
is that just part of your rage abilities?
That's my ancestral guardians.
Okay,
Is it for the first turn?
first attack. I don't think it's all of them.
I will read it.
Yeah,
There's a limit to it.
Yeah.
I know that.
I get until the next.
Has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you. When the target hits a creature other than you, that creature has resistance to damage dealt by that attack.
but not disadvantage.
He has disadvantage on any attack not against me, and if he
So-
hits someone at disadvantage, they resist that damage.
For how long?
Until
Forever.
the start of your next turn.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I was looking to do. All right. All right.
It
cool.
actually doesn't say that.
And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
you sure?
Oh.
Yeah. While raging, the first creature hit with an attack has disadvantage on any attack that is not against you.
You didn't
You
hit
have to hit him though.
Okay. So, when I hit him.
when you hit him. All right.
That's why it's so powerful.
I should have did other things. Shit. Well, with his legendary action, he can still do it now.
Does rage
Using his
go-
legendary action, the arrows that just hellfired him, he's gonna take a look and he's gonna try and throw these black and purple balls and zip them your way towards Orhana. Ah! So these are
Heck.
here, I believe. Here we go. For these, oh crap! Eldritch Blast that's a range attack, right?
He's a
Yes.
Spell attack, yeah.
Range spell.
Good to know.
How long feet away are
Eldritch
they right now?
Blast.
Just out of
5,
curiosity.
10, 15,
I probably
20,
should have
25,
asked
30,
before.
35, 40, 45 feet away.
Okay.
He is going to do a 20 to hit on you for the first one.
Yep.
A 25, that'll hit. And then a 16.
Means it beats it.
Okay. Then the 16 also hits because my armor class is 16.
And then that'll also be a 24.
Bye, Orhana.
So with that, that
What
is...
we got?
I'm getting there. I gotta find the die. 5,
Flatten me.
7,
Flatten me.
5. So that's 17. 20 points of force damage as
seen worse.
the arrows shoot down. These orbs just smash into you. You can see your what Adam of the West gave you, that cloak, just catching fire and burning with these purple flames in front of you. Iris looks over and sees them just charring at your chest.
I'm gonna be really, really mad about it. What the heck? This
Tullius.
is my favorite.
It is your turn, Tullius.
Where's that pool of water?
It is right in front of you in Ragnorum.
Can I drink out of it?
Yeah. I mean, it can't prevent you from trying to drink water.
That's all I'm asking, man.
Yep.
You never know with these guys.
All right.
You never know.
So, you lean down and drink out of the water. As you lean down and drink the water, you hear, Tullius, you drink from these waters, the ice and the waves of your ancestors through time. Here, Tullius, take your oath. Take the path of hope. Fight against the madness. Fight against the chaos. Do you, Tullius, choose to fight for the innocent, for those that cannot defend themselves, for those that cry for hope in a world amongst chaos, hatred, and evil.
I do.
As you drink from these waters, Tullius, you become a champion of your ice goddess, Halal. The name comes back to you
Neat.
as the first journey that begun many, many millennia ago. Halal is your patron. And
Swaggy.
I need you to go in D&D and Beyond and take Oath of the Ice Goddess.
Whoa. What does that do?
What?
What does that do?
Mid-game homebrew.
Hold on, we leveling up, boys.
What is this?
I'm so curious.
That's the second homebrew class.
I work really hard for you guys. I work really hard for
What
you.
are ice
Talking
goddess?
about? I've looked all through D&D Beyond. I don't see that class
That's not in an
anywhere.
official source book.
You should be able to see it.
I did it.
Good.
I did the thing.
What you do?
I don't know what it makes me do, but I did the thing.
Tullius, rise. Use the powers of your ancestries and of the Ice Goddess to strike down your foes. Ragnorum represents the chaos in this world. Inside this domain of mine where I've reached out, there are gongs. Each of them will aid you in your fight. You also can use Frostbite and Ray of Frost. I'm pretty sure those are cantrips to you now.
Oh. Okay.
And I believe you have other crap too in there. Quite a lot.
Just learning a new class. Don't worry about it.
So,
This voice isn't like booming or like it was before, right? It's just like in his head.
I just
The,
heard
the
that.
bit about the gongs would be particularly helpful.
not this bit. No, you wouldn't hear this.
Poop. Poopy
Seems pretty personal.
Yeah. As you rise, your armor chills over, and that underneath you, where those bruises once were, you see ice. Just this white line just burn through, and it looks like a serpent.
Is this
All
on
the way
my
down.
ice arm?
Yes, and
Oh,
the
shit.
ice melts off, and now the tattoo is just that of an ice serpent
Sick.
all the way around your arm right now.
Nice.
Your armor
More
gives
like
off
ice.
Your armor gives off a chill.
Ooh.
It's also a +2 armor
Oh.
as well now.
Okay.
Hello?
Nice.
Hello?
Neat.
I'm pretty sure you can add.
Smite him. Smite him.
There's another thing in there.
Splint.
What was, out of curiosity, what was, I didn't quite catch it, the name of his ice god?
Halal.
Halal.
HLAL.
Halal.
Is that correct?
Yes, and you can frost blessed armor. You can add that to your
Okay.
inventory.
So cool!
D&D Beyond, please. It's just... I just want to add an item. Okay.
And both,
Frost Blessed Armor?
yes,
Oh, there it is.
and both your uncle's blades now do an extra 1d4 ice damage.
Ooh.
Extra juicy.
Where is it? Why don't I see it?
Should be in there.
No, like I added it in D&D Beyond. I was just like, nope.
Just
F
kidding.
you.
And you can wear frost blessed on armor under any armor you're currently wearing.
Wait, what?
So
It should stack, I think, if I set it up right. So I think if you just check it on, your AC should go
Okay.
up.
I gotta...
If it doesn't, let me know. We'll figure it out another time.
Yep. Just, yep. Sorry, a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Man, equipment. It's not every day you just randomly change your class in the middle of the
So,
combat.
as Tullius in front of all of you guys drinks the water, you see this ice just jut out around him and to just melt away in front of you as Tullius stands with this chilled armor. In the center of it is that frozen star glowing right now at the center of his armor. Both his skimtars glowing as well with this blue as he stands up looking at Ragnorum.
Oh, I gotta attune to it, I would assume.
Okay.
You automatically attune to it.
Okay.
The attunement is taking the oath of the ice goddess.
I figured.
You know, that thing.
Oh, wow.
And if you're too gross, I'll rebalance it.
My AC didn't change. I don't know
Oh.
if that was intended.
What's your current AC?
18.
18? Should be 20 now. so
Okay.
Just make it as 20 for now in your head. And we'll continue that way, and I'll figure it out
I
later.
can do that.
All right. Now,
It's still my turn, right?
it's still your turn.
Jesus Christ.
That was your action to drink the water, though.
Oh, boy. Okay.
It was your action to buff.
Yeah, no kidding. All
On
right.
deck is Tyrion.
All right, I'll,
You surprised and you were last in the order.
I'm gonna bonus action and fucking heal
Okay.
myself with a spicy little healing word there.
Okay.
What are you gonna say?
Ow.
As you heal, go ahead and roll that. Tyrion, it is your turn.
We're gonna do that at
All right, I want to move a little bit closer to him.
4th level.
Okay.
Because I need the health.
5, 10, 15, 20 will get you into sight again.
Okay. Can I step a little bit towards the exit of the room, like where we initially came in, to see if I can get behind him a little bit better?
Like this way more? 25 would put you here.
And then more like directly towards the exit.
Here.
More like I'm
Yeah,
leaving you
like
guys.
that.
See you
Okay.
later.
All right. I don't know if this will give me flanking bonus, but I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna look at him. This little ring of fire, almost like a bracelet of fire, comes around my right hand.
Yep.
I lift up my hand like this and kind of like Doctor Strange, swirl my hand a little bit.
Yep.
And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little balls of energy and flame appear around my hand.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast a scorching ray at 5th level.
Dope.
That's a lot of fire.
As they shoot forward at Ragnorum, who's not looking at you.
So there are 6 beams.
Yep.
So I have to roll to attack. Do I get advantage?
No.
Okay. So, first one. Shit, I gotta remember.
You said plus
Okay.
1d4 frost damage?
Yes.
So a 17,
Does not hit.
a 26,
Does hit.
a definitely does not hit for this third one.
Mm-hmm.
A 23,
Does hit, just barely.
Meets it, beats it.
a 25.
Hits.
Ooh, spicy. And another 23.
Hits.
So 4 of the 6 hit,
Yep.
and it is
As the balls start
2d6
hitting into
per-
Ragnorum, you can see his back taking one after the other. You can see Tullius, he's leering over you, and there's like saliva building up in his mouth and starting. As you can see, rage building into him as the pain is hitting him from each of these fiery blasts.
All right, so first one, or actually, I'm just gonna add up the damage. Hold on, this is gonna take a moment.
All right.
So
On deck is Zeph and then Ragnorum.
that is
Is there like a charge on this
Which thing?
cold damage part?
For yes.
So it's just like once and then it just goes away?
No, once you lose your temporary hit points.
34 fire damage.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
As it lays into him, as the fire damage, you see him turns. Charnook, you see him, and you hear this crack as he hits the ground. I need Tullius and Charnook to make dex saving throws.
12.
18.
Both fail.
What?
You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as the ground cracks and you're both knocked prone.
Right.
Gekken is then going to.
He would take 10 points of cold damage then.
Yes, he does. As he does that, from Tullius's armor, this ice splash shatters off onto him, and he was going to jump up into the air and try and stomp onto Charnook, but is stopped there because of that. Nice. What a disarray.
I didn't.
Appreciate it. All right, Tyrion, is that end your turn?
I believe it does.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna use the bonus action to drink a regular healing potion.
All right. At this, you can tell the ice shard, like a whole layer comes off and starts falling to the sides. The back wall is almost completely visible. The ceiling is melted pretty well, and you can start seeing a moon, an eclipse, a sun, and a star in the brass ceiling above all of you that are inside here. As you guys glance up, seeing the water starting to slow down and dissipate. Inside you can see a bright glow further down from where the glow is above the angel right now. And even there you see a blue flickering flame inside the middle of this ice shard. All right, top of the order, Zeph.
I want to jump up onto the middle of the room, like wherever that platform is.
That is the
Where
ice shard.
Is.
That's the giant ice shard, so you'd have to walk around. You can't actually jump onto the ice shard yet. You'd have to walk all the way around and up the stairs. 5, 10.
Can I go on like one of those side things there?
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll say these are like platforms as well. Sure. That'd be 5, 10. Give me an acrobatics check at disadvantage because of ice.
24.
Yep, you're fine. You're still able to do it enough. Half movement. It's going to take all your movement to get to this location.
Good. I'll take a shot at him.
Okay.
That'll miss.
Okay.
At that one, I'll take another one.
Okay.
And that's 27 to hit.
Hits.
All right, and then I'm going to spend a superiority die.
Okay.
To use, I don't remember what it's called, but maneuvering attack, I think, something like that.
Okay.
So when it hits him, I'm going to say, Charnook, get up! And Charnook can now use half of his movement and not provoke reactions from Ragnorum.
Cool.
I stand up.
Yep. You step up to him now in front of you, and the ice chilling over his back and dissipating as this hulking mass is just not very talkative this time around.
Not looking good for you this time.
All right. That it for your turn?
Yep.
It is Ragnorum's turn. Some of his wounds begin to close. The charm marks. Ragnorum looks to you, looks to Tullius on the ground, sees Tyrion in the distance. You see the very much those chains you saw before are like basically think about Kratos' chains, and he goes and shoots him towards Tyrion.
Are they magical in nature or are they physical chains?
They are physical chains but magical items.
Okay.
So you can't counterspell them, if that's what you were looking for.
That was going to be my question.
So he's going to do that one. So it is a ranged attack. Oh, that's a crit. That's a natural 20.
Bye, Tyrion.
You lose.
I need you to roll a percentage die, Tyrion.
What?
Oh boy.
As the blades sink into you and the cold hits you.
93.
Give me a moment. Oh, come on. I had it up. Oh, here it is. 93. As it hits you, and you're trying to speak, you no longer can speak.
That's not good.
So
That's
we
really
have
not good.
a...
It means all the spells that he needs to speak for can't work.
Yeah.
All of the
Yeah.
vocal components are no longer there.
Good thing he has a fucking focus.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't those only replace material components?
I don't know.
That was only replace material. Oh, no.
I'll save
50
you.
points of cold damage.
50.
And I need you to make a con save to not be pulled in by the grapple.
I will try to save you.
I'm gonna
Alright.
spirit shield that
First off,
as a reaction.
For what does that do? Just less.
It
the
reduces
damage?
the damage.
Okay.
Reduce that by 9 damage.
Now it's 50 cold. Now it's 9.
41.
And as the chains hit you in the coldness, and as you every time you try to speak, you start hearing a male and female voice in your head in a language you don't understand, clouding your thoughts, and it just keeps racing, hearing words, and it's distracting you right now.
okay, so it's 41 damage.
Yes.
Or, yeah, 41
Now
damage. So first
roll a con.
The
to
con
not-
save for this.
Yep.
Fuck. 12.
Pulls you over into it, past Charnook, and into his grasp. You're grappled by him right now.
Oh shit.
Second, wait, actually, I don't have anything up like that.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm in his hands.
So as he pulls you in, so he's right next to you, the chain's still around his arms. You can see them go slack as he takes out his blades, and he's going to make attacks against Charnook and Tullius.
Bring it, bitch.
I read up on my class.
Nice.
Do you know what you do now?
I don't really do much because I don't have a lot of levels in it, but yes, I know what I do.
Both of these are going to hit. 25 and 28.
Nope.
Okay, they hit.
Are they both on?
One on Tullius and one on Charnook. Actually,
Copy.
Tullius is at advantage because he's prone. No crit. That is going to be... I'll go for this. I won't take the average. Uh, 34 points of necrotic damage to you as shink, and then the one on the ground as he shink goes down into Tullius is poison, and that will be 29 points of poison damage shink, as it goes into you.
Looking rough.
Shink.
Extra rough.
All right.
Extra.
That'll end Ragnar's turn as he's standing over all of you guys. You
Extra
guys
rough.
looking beat up, a little bloodied, and things are
Little.
getting serious.
Little bloodied.
It is now Orhana's turn. As you see in front of you right now, Zeph shooting arrow after arrow, having no effect on Ragnorum, and you're seeing your comrades being pulled in by chains and cut up by blades. Things are looking rough for the crew right now. And the ice shard in front of you is looking more and more visible. And the back wall is looking more and more visible.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot Ragnorum in the back of the head.
All right, go for it. 3 times. Go for roll 3 attacks. Next up is Charnook, then Tullius.
So the first one was a 26.
Hits.
That one does not.
Does not.
And the last one is 25.
Hits.
Cool. So those are all just gonna try to go into the nape of his neck, you know,
Yep.
hit that skull.
As you're going, yep.
So the first one is 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Second shot missed, and then the third is 7 points of damage.
All right.
I'm sorry, I did math wrong. The first one was 6 points of damage.
Yeah, that seemed really low to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the shirt's coming off.
Get hot in here. It's getting hot in here.
It's hard killing the party. I mean,
All right. Eulyrus, your turn.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you have
I
more.
just want to hide.
Yeah. Put
You know.
yourself back in here. You're coming out and come back in.
Exactly.
I got you. I got
Cool.
you. All right.
That's it.
All right. Eulyrus, your turn. And actually, in
Um,
response, he's going to burn his legendary action again, and you can see him. Little bird! As he shoots more of those towards you.
It's the Eldridge
I
Blast.
am gonna counterspell.
Okay.
Come at me,
Try and
man.
counterspell it.
It automatically does it because it's a cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. As they fizzle out, as Tyrion's like right next to him with the chain still embedded in you. There's slack on his arms, but you're still within grappled of him.
And fun fact, counterspell, only somatic.
That's
Nice!
super handy.
Nice. Cool.
That's super handy.
Cool. All right. So now it is Eularis' turn for real.
All right.
What are you doing?
You okay?
So the crystal has a little blue light in it now.
Little blue light toward the bottom and a little lighter light toward the top, and then the angel has a white light above it as well. And that's illuminating these clockwork-looking mechanism above of from what you guys remember in the other chamber, they're exact same shapes of the eclipse, the sun, the star, and the moon. They actually appear to be on rails up there.
Rails.
Yeah.
Are they moving or are they just...
They're not moving currently, no.
Interesting. Okay. Guess we'll see what happens there. But in the meantime,
Yep.
I'm gonna poke out and take another shot at Ragnorm.
Go ahead.
Take that.
Do I get sneak attack?
Yep. He's super engaged right now. There's people all around.
Just
him.
a tad busy.
Yep. Okay. That's decent. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough though. Yeah. 21.
Does not hit.
Rip.
Yep.
Stink off him.
Ah, shit. All right. I'll go back around the corner and use bonus action hide.
Okay. What did you roll?
Not good.
All right. Good to know.
Stealth 11.
Okay. It is now Charnook's turn, then Tellius, then Tyrion.
All right, 2 attacks, raging,
Yep.
slamming into the back of his head. One is a 20,
Doesn't hit.
and the other is a 23.
Hits.
Yes, now all that juicy spiritual energy blocks all that stuff. That was a good roll. So that is 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay. 16 points of slashing
And the
damage.
spirits take hold around him, restraining his arms. But he's not restrained.
Nope. Sure isn't.
Just for flavor.
For flavor.
He's going to burn his legendary action to cast a spell. And he is going to...
Sorry. Bonus action. Drink that greater healing potion.
All right. As you hit him, he is going to do Hellish Rebuke. Give me a dex save.
Right. 1 moment.
His eyes grow this bright purple and just comes back at you in these purple flames as he hits you.
13.
Bursts forward, encapsulating you.
Did you say legendary action?
Yes.
I think it's just a reaction, right?
No, not the way I built it.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have a reaction for Hellish Rebuke. He has to burn one of his. He doesn't have a lot of spell slots.
I'm done
Enabled
with
to do
I'm
that.
done with that.
Balancing.
13.
Fail.
Surprise. It's a lot of d10s.
I picked up the wrong dice. Thanks.
No problem.
It's not that many.
80.
7 points of fire damage.
Is that all you got?
We're only getting started.
He's not lying.
Tellius, your turn.
Kill him.
I wonder if there's something you should inform the group of.
Hey, I'm not good. No, it's
Close to my Tyrion.
you are.
You're right next to
Right
him.
next to
You are
me.
inches from him.
I am in arm's reach.
You can touch him.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say whoop.
Half his. Okay, that's half his movement.
No, I'm just reaching
Yep,
up to touch him.
Yep.
I'm not standing up.
Yep.
I'm reaching up
Oh,
to touch
you're
him.
on the ground. Fine.
Touching
You
him.
grab his ankle. Yep.
Tyrion,
Yeah.
whoop. And then I will Dimension Doris.
You can't do anything.
Yeah, no, he can't. 'cause he's a fucking dick.
As Dimension Door, you both fall through as Charnook is just locked in a rage, thinking about how his people were slaughtered by this beast.
Don't leave me, please.
Can we go into, like this room?
Yeah.
With this ring?
Yep. There's 2 of them.
Yes, that one.
All right. Sure. You guys appear behind Ulyrus and Orhana. Orhana with some burn marks on her cloak. Ulyrus just like, come on, arrows.
There's gongs. They'll help. They're on the sides of the room.
You guys all hear that, and you do notice Tullius's outfit looks very, very different, though he is oozing dragon blood. Not lizard blood. There are no dragons.
What was that?
There's no dragons.
What was that?
There are no dragons.
Juicy lore.
No, there are no fucking dragons in this universe. Do you know how awful it's been trying to make this? When every time I'm trying to make specific things, and just like D&D and Beyond's like, you mean dragonborns? I'm like, no, I don't mean fucking dragonborns.
And then I'm gonna crawl my way towards the
Yeah.
the spring.
Okay.
See if that's a little rejuvenating at all.
As you didn't lose your movement because your dimension doored out.
You're right, I didn't.
I still say you're on the ground though when your dimension door.
That's why I said crawl.
Yep. So okay. So you crawl over, still half movement. You can crawl into it. Roll a percentage die.
I gambled on that. I gotta be honest. 82.
82%.
Yep.
You heal for 20
Neat.
Nice.
as you hear
Hey.
blessings of the ice upon you.
Oh
And you
shit.
see like
Stay frost.
out of nowhere, like
Stay
just right above you, snowflakes just come over Tullius
Cool.
into your wounds and heal you a bit.
That's nice.
All right.
That's my turn.
All right. That's Tullius' turn. Tyrion, your turn. Now that you're in here and can't speak. I need you to roll a die. I just gotta scroll up to know what it is.
In this
A
game?
D10. Roll a
No
D10
way.
for me.
Six.
Okay.
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 Ooh. I am going to walk outside
Okay.
because we're back in like the hallway.
Yeah, you're back
like,
where you guys started with the other
hallway.
paintings at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk my way all the way over.
Yep.
I have 30 movement. Can I get out?
Yep.
Do I see a gong?
Right next to your right.
I'm gonna slap that shit.
All right, you hit the gong.
Just like I planned it. Fuck yeah.
Excellent.
And as the gong, you see this area reach out, and this you see all this like all these snowflakes and frost, and then settle.
Who's that near me?
Everyone.
Ulyrus or Hana.
Zeph, Ulyrus, Tyrion, Orhana. Tullius is taking a bath.
Can I get down next to Ulyrus?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Down, yeah, 30. Take a drop, though. You'll take 1d6 to get down there unless you make an
That's
acrobatics
fine.
check. Give me an acrobatics.
Oh. 11.
You're fine.
Fucking
Okay.
Ragnar, man.
I'm gonna like tap him on the shoulder to get his attention.
Yep. You
Do
get
you look?
Ulyrus' attention. Ulyrus, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
I'm saying like, and then I point to the gong and show him that it's different.
You can see the gong resonating, and you notice the entire area fill with ice, and then it's settled down.
And then I'll start. If I can see any other gongs, I'll point them out.
Right now, you can see 2 from this distance. In the far corner, and then one right next to this gong. On this back wall that's currently melting.
So he points them out to me.
Yep, you can notice them on the walls. Back walls.
I mean, that's really all I can do for my turn. I can't. Yeah.
I can't speak, he says.
All right.
There we go. Jesus. I'm trying to find stuff. Anyway, ends Tyrion's turn. The shard melts. The angel. My mission complete. The Paragon of Light is free. And it fades. And you see him disappear into dust.
Easy.
Thanks for the help, asshole.
Give me a perception check.
Everybody?
Yep. As there's a glow. Yeah, everybody.
18.
18? Okay. Give me a history check.
Regular 20.
Just you.
26.
26, 18,
21.
21.
Perception.
Who's doing history checks?
Me.
Just him for right now.
7.
Okay.
It's
My
okay.
perception.
At advantage.
6.
6, alright. Everybody but Orhana, because she's really tucked in right now. It melts down, and the back wall is now cleared out. The room illuminated by this bright light shining above what now you can see this area. It's all this stonework that's all put around in this circle. Above it, you see this floating orb of eternal harmony of air floating above there. You recognize it from your ancestors' stories from the other maze walkers, and is floating above in the air. And this is what you assume to be the Paragon of Light. The back wall, for everybody else that notices, you see...
Get it.
I've got to
Grab
get
it.
it. I've got to put it in my pocket. I don't know where this one goes.
You see on the back wall,
Tellius.
as it curves all the way around, you see, as you're watching it up into the back wall here, you see the fallen angel and the dwarf surrounded by stags. On each of the edges of these paintings, one bleeding into the other. You can see the fallen angel bloodied, and you can see large gashes all across the body as it's dragging the dwarf inside this very forge. Here, the dwarf is propped over the center, and the angel pushes the stags back with flows of colors from its hands. On the wall, the dwarf tosses curved weapons into the hands of the fallen angel as it smashes with this war-forged hammer, and you see weapons after weapons coming. Stags fall, and then, as each of the stags fall, you see sharp-toothed creatures Tullius you've seen in visions, on 4 legs walking towards this. Those boned monsters come closer and closer, until finally the dwarf falls to the ground. This fallen angel reaches back, and on the final back wall, you see lifted up this giant glow as black like bat wings flow across, and you see this beautiful glowing sensation from its hand, yellow, and a scythe in the other as it's reaching across the back wall. And you see all those burned away, those creatures on that back wall, all those stone things. All right.
After that sequence, can we take a quick bathroom break?
Yes, we
Like
will
5
stop right
minutes.
there. 5 minutes, real quick.
That's end of initiative.
Yep. Everybody go back so we don't waste too much time. All right, he'll come back. Top of the round.
Yes.
Zeph.
Big poop.
So is that orb?
It's close to him.
It is high up in the air. It's about 60 feet up in the air, but as you look over, you see a forge next to you.
It's interesting.
Oh.
And inside, you see all
Oh.
sorts of broken sights in there. Just tons of cracked, crippled, shattered, all inside this area.
Huh.
So this is that place.
Well, best I can do is cast rope trick,
Okay.
which sends a rope 60 feet in the air.
Seriously?
Yep.
Oh my god. It can just...
And 60 feet in the air, and it hangs down
Just from nowhere.
Yep.
Useful spell.
from nowhere.
All
Well,
right.
it goes to like a pocket dimension technically
All right.
at the end of the 60 feet, but
Well,
it's
I
60 feet above
never
me.
thought this would be a thing. All right.
I'm gonna start climbing.
All right. We just picked up at the start of the initiative order because you're
Okay.
last. You start climbing. What's your movement?
30 feet.
All right. Give me a athletics
Also
check.
gonna use my we'll get to that, I guess. That's 19 plus 1.
Absolutely. You're climbing up just fine, 30 feet. You're up 30 feet for your movement.
I will use my bonus action to dash.
You go all the way up to the top, and you're right next to it, and you can hear these gusts of wind just constantly around it.
Right. And when I get to the top, I'm gonna get into the pocket dimension.
What?
It's like this pocket dimension that has a rope hanging from it.
Yes.
And you can, like, once you get to the top, you can just climb into the pocket dimension, and you're in, like...
Safe
no,
hidey
you
hole.
can't see inside of it from the outside.
It's just there.
He's a hidey hole.
Okay. Sure.
He's trolling.
I'm fine. I'm not really gonna think hard about this one yet. You can explain it to me later.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in your pocket dimension. Cool.
We chilling.
Can you breathe in it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Don't me.
Doesn't
Most
say
pocket
can't.
dimensions you can't breathe in.
It's
a pocket dimension.
It can hold as many as 8 medium or small creatures. Spells and attacks cannot cross the entrance into or out of the dimension, but the inside can see outside.
Okay. What are you standing on?
Pocket.
There's just a ledge with a rope attached to it.
Dimension.
This is
It's-
the
Yeah, there's a 3 by 5 foot window centered on the rope. So,
Okay.
like, outside of that, I'm standing on.
It's just like darkness but solid.
Right.
Okay.
And then there's, like, a hole.
It's denim.
Sure.
Denim. It's denim. It's the inside of his god's pocket.
Sure. Okay. Cool. You did that.
Fun around.
All right, you're hiding up. You literally like went up towards the orb, and then you went into another dimension. Okay, fine by me.
It's just a
Ragnarum's turn. You see Ragnorum. Only you there. Bring it.
Peace.
I will give you the swift. I lost the voice. The swift deaths that the maze walkers deserve. And he's gonna take all of his attacks against you. Bring it.
Rip.
Thank God for healing potions.
Yeah. I did what I could, man.
28, 30, 30.
Yep.
23.
Excuse me?
He has 5 attacks.
Wait, what?
He always has.
Well, this is news.
He just wasn't using them all.
This is still news.
He used 5 attacks against you in the first encounter, too.
Still news.
Oh, my guys.
Well, how are we supposed to know
21.
what?
All those hit, then?
Yeah. How are we supposed to know the ins and outs of your level 20 boss guy? We're
Just a lad.
yeah, we're just wee lads.
That is going to be... First, he bites at you.
Oh, can
I need you to make a
resist that?
con save.
Oh, let me resist it, Poppy, please. That's not good. 14. No, 15. This DC is probably 20 something.
It is high. Oh, but you're not... Turn around. Never mind. Nope, doesn't work. And he didn't roll enough high enough damage. That happened
Yeah.
again twice.
Because he's bad.
So that is 16 points of piercing damage as
Oh, I like that. Nice.
he rips into your shoulder
This
and
one.
blood starts curdling out.
Alright.
But it's not as... It doesn't do as much damage as it normally would. The next one are claws. So each of them ripping into you, trying to tear out your insides
Oh, he can try.
as the blades shrink back into him. That'll be a 22 piercing and a what's the modifier? 21 piercing as his claws are digging into your chest, and you can see them just ripping back your hair and giving you basically a shaving in here, but then your skin is starting to come up and he's digging deep into you. And then he goes and puts both his blades into you, attempting to. Those are these guys. That is low. 26 points of
Damage.
damage.
Yep.
Is it piercing?
No,
Does it pierce my
I'm
flesh?
pretty sure it's not piercing. That's why I'm looking at it.
Poison.
Necrotic.
Necrotic. There it is. There it is.
And then, ooh, well, that made up for it. 45 points of.
Yeah, I'm down.
45 points.
I'm down.
I know, but I just.
It's not important, I'm down.
All right. Can't find it.
It's poison.
As they both go through Chernobyl, you see him and drops onto the floor, Charnook, as you are unconscious. You see him. You could make a good ally, Maze Walker. I'll be back for you. And he's going to use his movement. He actually... Well, he did all that, so he can't make a perception check.
He's just going
he
to
can
wander
leave.
aimlessly.
He could go up here to the forge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. And he's going to see Zeph.
No, he's not.
And he's going to end his turn there.
He's
He
not
doesn't
going to
see
see
Zeph.
Zeph.
He does not
Sees a-
Oh, you're
sees a
right, you're
rope
right.
hanging
Zeph
out of
is way
nowhere.
above. I could break out the higher things.
He
but it's
does
not
see a
worth it
rope
right now.
though.
He does see a rope. Oh, does he? All right. He sees the rope, and obviously, actually, looks up and sees.
He just sees a rope that ends.
He sees the orb of internal harmony.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
All right. That'll end Ragnorm's turn. It is now Orhana's turn.
So I'm gonna just keep shooting.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm gonna try to shoot him in his mouth.
Go for it.
Nerd.
Hit him in his snaz, his massive hulking snaz.
Yeah, like the roof of his mouth.
Sure.
Oh, first one doesn't hit. Second one doesn't hit. Third one doesn't hit. Then I'm gonna run back and hide.
Before that, he's going to take a legendary action against you.
I understand.
I understand.
And if you come out here to hit him before you run back in. No, everyone's dead now. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to see you hitting arrow after arrow, hitting him in the face and bouncing off. He's going to lean forward in this blackness in his hand with the purple. Crush his hand, and you see it form around you, and he casts Blight.
Ew.
That's not fun.
I believe you have a save to make.
Sounds
Probably,
gross.
I think it's con.
Yeah, so roll a dice, and I'll tell you which save it is.
Okay.
Don't use that one. That one just broke your heart. That's not bad.
And I have a thing.
Con saving throw.
Nice.
So that would make it a fifth. Oh,
Thank you.
sorry. 19.
19.
It's like 20 something though.
Fail.
I actually have a thing though,
You also have 10 more luck.
where I can re-roll. Yeah, Indomitable. You can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. You must use the new roll.
Okay,
Hashtag fighter.
go for it.
Try it. So +6, right?
20.
So yeah, that was a 20.
Save.
Nice.
You take half of 38 points of necrotic damage as they burn around you, and you can feel your flesh curling in. It's like that horrible thing when you see someone's skin just gets mauled by like a device, and you see like all the like machinery where you see it all like stripped of flesh. And that's starting to boil underneath you.
19.
Okay, thanks. It's pretty late at night to be doing math.
And you're healing.
No, I'm not. I'm taking damage.
So that is 17, 18 points. 18 would be
19.
19 points. 19
Yeah,
points,
that's what Zach said anyway.
Yep.
Math is wrong. Beat him up, not
How
me.
are you looking?
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
Fish.
Okay, burn that. Okay, I just gotta keep track of what he's burning. All right, Ulyrus, your turn.
All right. How far away is Charnook?
He's on the ground. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet away from you.
30?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to run over there,
Yep.
pick him up, and shove a potion of greater healing down his gullet.
All right. Go for it.
All right. Potion, greater healing. 4d4 plus 4. Okay.
Give me that high heels.
Oh, I forgot to roll for. I forgot.
14.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I owe you one.
As he pours
We're not out
it
of
into
this
your
yet.
mouth, you feel your life come back into you, your ancestors. You see them all sitting around you, cradling you as they disappear as you see Ulyrus pour in the drink.
Is he dead yet?
Not yet. There's still work to be done.
Somebody's gotta pull their weight around here.
Anything else, Ulyrus?
So that would be an action to do that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just stick there with Charnook for now.
I'll say because of the character you're playing, give me a perception check for your bonus action.
Okay. Okay, 21.
With the 21, you do notice those rails above, where all the imagery is above, connect down to cranks by each of the gongs, and you can see cranks behind them.
Okay, that's good to know.
All right, it is now Charnook's turn. Look at you.
All right. I saw the first gong go off, right?
Yes.
Now you're alive again.
Can I see the other gongs?
Yeah, you can see them all in front of you. They're very clearly all obviously there.
All right. I knock 2 arrows and shoot at 2 of the gongs.
All right, roll the hit.
Ooh,
Easy.
good plan.
With ease.
Okay. So one is a 20
Hits.
and the other is a 13.
Misses because
Okay.
of the distance and what's there.
I'm not trying to
So the
break
back
it. I'm
one
just trying
misses. Okay. The gong goes off, and you see ice settle to the ground.
Ice is nice.
All right. So that's my action.
And you hear this boom throughout.
I will use my bonus action to rage.
He's gone. He's in another dimension.
Should've
You can
raged
hear-
before that.
Tim Tom, we gotta get the hell out of here! No, Tim Tom, I am not getting involved with anything like that. Look at, he's thrashing them! Now you're talking some sense, Tim Tom.
Fucking sorry, man.
Alright.
I'll use my 40 feet of movement to
Yep.
go over here.
Okay.
That's-
Fine by me. Okay, it is now Tullius' turn, then Tyrion, then Top.
Kill him. You're still prone.
Yeah, I am still prone, aren't I?
In the waters, yep.
Yeah, stand up.
Okay.
Be a bonus action to drink some of that water.
You can drink more, sure. Roll percentage die.
I'm asking what kind of action it would be.
Yes.
Okay.
You're literally in water. You literally could just.
I'm just making sure.
I know. I'm just saying.
Jeez.
You're good.
99%.
99%?
Yeah.
You heal 20 again.
Neat.
Let's go, dude.
You're rolling really well. Good for you.
Well, you know, sometimes you get lucky.
Others you don't.
Others you don't.
Hey, I didn't die from 5 attacks. I'm proud of that.
Half your movement can stand up from the water.
Yep, that's
Yep. Cool.
I'm gonna pull out a hammer and throw it at that gong.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Just a regular ass hammer.
Yeah, just have one.
Let's go, dude.
A natural 19. I
Hits.
assume that
You don't have
hits.
to do damage.
Alright.
Gong goes off. Again, you see the same ice effect. And go down onto the ground.
cast it.
Yep. Okay. It is now Tyrion's turn.
They will help us.
They'll make ice, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna make my way towards the other gong, the
Okay.
last gong.
Sure.
I have 30 feet. How close can I get to it?
30. You are probably 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away from it.
I'm going to throw a dagger at it.
Whoa!
Dagger. All right. Tyrion hurls a dagger at it.
And let's see, my range. I'm sorry, how far am I away from it?
25 feet.
25?
Yep.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Oh boy.
You can do it.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
You can do it.
That is a 16 to hit.
Hits the bottom of it. Gong. Gong goes off. Actually, I'll do it.
And that
because
is
it's-
a dagger thrown.
All right.
Somehow the
The
sorcerer.
gongs are resonating.
And nothing yet? Okay. It was all a ruse.
Your god lied.
Let's see, I used my full
This has to
30
be
to get
closer.
there.
Yeah, you use your 30 feet to
Alright.
get where you are right now.
Yeah, alright, that is it for me.
I think it might make sense. So then, top of the round.
So.
Zeph, and you see Ragnar shouting out as he sees you getting up and everybody running around and everything going on.
I would like to grab the orb.
All right, give me a. Actually, what is your wisdom and intelligence?
Just like the modifier or the
No, the numbers.
My wisdom is 17. My intelligence is 11.
All right, now give me a wisdom saving throw.
Intelligence saving throws are better.
Too bad.
It's 16.
16. You reach down, the winds brush your hand back and push you back and push you back, and then finally you grasp onto it. And you feel this weight inside your hand, and wind just travels and encapsulates all around your hand currently. And you're holding the Orb of Eternal Harmony Air.
I'm just gonna pocket that.
Put it in your grubby pocket.
All right.
Just
You're
feels
on a
it
rope
out,
right now.
grab.
Just pocket it, and you see Ragnorum staring right at you.
And then, as a bonus action, would I be able to start pulling the rope up?
No. So you went down. I guess you went down barely anything because you're right there.
Yeah, if he uses movement to get back in.
So we went 10 down, 10 up.
Up.
You have 20 feet of movement you just used. And you're going to try and pull the rope all the way in there? Can you even stay
Well, not
in there?
all the way necessarily, but like some.
Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be inches and feet here. So you pull that all the way up into there. All right. All right. You are now hiding in a pocket dimension with the Orb of Eternal Harmony. All right. That's what we're doing.
We got the Paragon light. We did it. Mission accomplished. Let's go.
All right. That end your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got.
You see some of his bruises and stuff begin to heal.
Wuss.
And you see him.
Oh, he sounds mad.
What a spicy boy.
You can't hide there forever, hooded man. I will bleed each of your friends like pigs until you come down here. And he looks for the closest person to him.
Elias. Or Elias. Or me.
We're actually pretty evenly distributed.
I was gonna say we're all like equidistant from
Everyone
him.
is equidistant.
He's like,
He has to roll an intelligence.
who do I want to
saving throw.
murder first?
He is
Who
going.
does he hate the most out of our group?
He is going to throw
Tellius.
chains at Tyrion
Oh.
because you hit the last gong. And he's
But
going
they
to
didn't
do that
even
again.
do anything.
Can he even see Tyrion?
Yes, he's on top of the forge, looking down at everybody.
They didn't even do anything.
So that is a hit. I gotta roll. Oh, 14.
What?
He's a sorcerer.
I'm gonna cast shield. Because my AC is 13.
Oh
with
my God.
Oh
natural
my-
resistance.
Do you need to be able to say something to cast shield?
Fuck yes.
Oh no.
So I can't do it. He hits.
Can't do it. Hit skink. They sink into you. Give me a con save to avoid being grappled and pulled into them.
What a drag. Get it? Because he's okay.
Not
not funny, I know.
good.
You're hilarious.
14.
Well, you're grappled and you rolled like shit. So it is.
He's a sorcerer.
No, I rolled like shit.
Oh.
Well, there's a modifier. So it's still 32 points of cold damage.
Spirit shield
as he pulls you in.
reduced by 12.
Up to the forge. All right.
So 20.
Yes. I think that's right.
Okay.
Yes, it is right. It is right.
Because it's
I have it still in
32
front of me.
minus 12.
Yep.
And you are now grappled
That's
by him.
math.
But he's gonna
Big Aunt Bertha's gonna protect you, boy.
turn to Tullius.
Hey.
And he's going to cast
He's
Banishment.
casting shit.
Circle of Death.
Excuse
Whoa.
me.
And he's going to say,
I'm gonna cast Counterspell
all right, go ahead and roll.
at 5th level.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Circle of Death seems a little extreme.
He doesn't have very many spell slots.
Tullius! This ends. The orb is mine.
I fail.
All right.
I rolled a natural 3 plus 8.
Nope.
Circle.
Or wait, no,
Death
plus
seems
4.
a bit
so.
excessive.
Thing's going to hit Orhana, too.
Rip in peace.
Well, it's a good run, guys. It's a good run.
Would you be? Stop being such a quitter!
I'm not being a quitter. I'm being
Kill him!
realist.
Just kill him!
What?
Just.
As he
Kill
casts this,
him.
you see that glow inside of his chest, that thing you were coming for, light up, and you see him in his hand. A black pearl forms, and he crushes it, and as it blows towards Tullius, this circle comes. Is it an area effect?
Can't.
Hold
Yeah,
your
60.
breath.
60.
If I don't breathe it in, do I still?
So that's gonna hit Orhana and Tullius. Orhana and Tullius.
Or is that just flavor?
Make a con saving throw.
I have time, Mora.
18. I'm still probably gonna get
Yeah, I don't
murdered,
think
but
it's gonna-
you know.
Con save?
Yes.
13.
Nope. Both fail.
Yep, told you.
Not rolling well. 26 points.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, the name sounded a lot scarier than what
I
actually
rolled
happened.
3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3 on my rolls.
Good.
I thought it just killed you.
No.
So that's
Nope.
why I
No,
was
that's
like,
that's power word kill.
It's just a necromancy spell.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm not scared. Never mind.
Yeah, kill this guy.
It still can hurt a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm saying that at suboptimal levels of health.
So as it this negative energy ripples through all of you guys, and you feel
Oh,
this
I know.
burn. You guys are just getting beaten and battered. Your bodies are going through this. You're healing, but even as you heal, there's still this wear and tear on you. You're coming up on these highs and lows in this fight. That'll bring up whose turn was it just now? Ragnorum's, right?
Yep.
Now it's Orhana's turn, then Eulyrus, then Chernu.
Kill him.
Yep. Same deal.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Do you want some more D20?
None of them hit.
All right. Arrow after arrow go away.
You can.
He is going to use more of those Eldritch blasts. And he's going to set them towards you.
Just trying to help.
That was going to be 4 Eldritch blasts beams.
Eldritch.
One's a crit. I need you to roll a percentage die,
Okay.
Oh my.
and then they're all going to hit. They're all over 20. What is your percentage die roll?
I don't know, Zach, because I haven't did the dice yet. No, it's just a 7. 7.
First you take 31 points of force damage as they
How
hit
many
you.
points was that?
31.
31.
As
That
they
was crit.
each of the beams hit you. You start to see vivid hallucinations of your family around you, and you can see them laughing and talking and trying to encourage you to come towards to join at the fireside. You have disadvantage on ability checks. Could you roll a d10 for me?
5.
Okay, good to know.
I am unconscious.
All right. And then... All right. All right. That's that. It is now Elyrus' turn.
Okay. How far am I away from the gongs?
Pretty far. You're now all the way over here. So that'd
Yep.
be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to that gong. 50 to that gong, and the other ones are even farther away.
Okay. I'm going to use bonus action dash, which gives me 80
Okay.
feet, and go to the farther one.
This one? Or this one?
Yeah, yep.
This one?
Yeah. The one that was 50.
All right, you get all the way over here, brushing past Charnook. You can see a crank behind this gong.
Yep. Going to the crank.
All right. As you get to the crank, you're a rogue, so you use that as a bonus action to do the thing.
Yep.
So go. Yep. So as you crank, you start feeling it, and you push, and you start. You can see the above you. That one is sun in the middle. It starts to move, and you see it click a position, doesn't feel right. Click a position, doesn't feel right. Stops in a position, and you see that back wall where there's that mural, that gem. You see a part of it open up.
Oh, shit.
And it looks like there is multiple cranks that may open up a passageway out of here.
Okay.
Charnook, it is your turn.
You use 40 feet of
Actually, so hang on.
Yes.
Quick.
Yes.
I would have extra movement.
Yes, you have 30 feet more.
30. Yeah. Can I use that to get to the next crank,
Sure.
or at least as close as I can?
Yes, you get exactly to the next crank, jumping over all sorts of treasures and piles of gold. You just see tons and tons of gold in this section, all
Not
about
important.
the floor. What?
Not important.
Yep. So I'll on my turn there.
Okay. Charnook.
I've got 80 feet of movement with a dash. Can I get to the furthest orb or gone?
You can get to Elyrus's, obviously, but you want to try and get over here.
Right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
Can I use my bonus action to turn the crank?
No. It's a full action.
All right. Let's see.
So you rush over there.
I will drink a regular potion that I had on me.
All right. Tellius, your turn.
For that.
I will pull the lever on the crank that's next to me.
Over here.
Yeah.
All right. You use your action. You come around the corner. You pull the crank, and another portion of the wall. And this is like 10, 20 feet up. And they're just... Two of them are now up. And you can see there's 2 more walls left there. We're at 11:34. We'll have to stop soon. When does everybody want to stop for good?
I don't care anymore.
Do we want to finish this encounter? It shouldn't take too long.
I do, but It's up to the group
What's
consensus.
the win condition?
It's up to the group
Guys gotta figure it out.
consensus.
I just gotta figure it out. Forehead.
It's better if you earn it and I don't tell you.
Yeah, I know.
All right, just keep playing then. Just keep playing until everyone's like enough. All right. Anything else you're doing, Tellius? Tyrion, you're on deck. Then top.
Did you do anything?
He cranked. He opened crank.
Right.
How far am I away from Tyrion?
Far. He got pulled up to the forge altar quite a ways. So that's like probably 40 feet up. And then above that was another 60 feet to the orb. And he's right now grappled with Ragnorum.
Okay. Okay.
You can see him.
Yeah, it's not gonna change. I'm too far away.
Okay. You can't see Zeph. He's in a different dimension.
That's okay. Who else can I see?
You can see Charnook next to you.
What's up, bud?
And Ulyrus peeking around the corner. I can give you a little bit glistening as he's kicking gemstones and magical items aside as he's going towards his crank.
Okay. Alright. I will just healing word Charnook.
Okay.
Thank you.
At 3rd level, I guess.
You do see, as you're wandering through there, Ulyrus, you see a book, a staff, a bow, armor, and then all those piles of gold
10 healing.
in your corner.
Okay.
Just for you to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tyrion, your turn.
All right, this is gonna be a thing. Will you count it as a bonus action for me to pull something from the bag of holding and drink it?
You are grappled,
Grapple just removes my movement. It
so
doesn't
I will
restrain me.
allow it. Go ahead, because it'll be a potion you're trying to drink. It sounds.
Yep.
Which
I'm
potion?
gonna drink the potion of full restore.
You got it.
That's a smart
And
man.
you lost your condition.
That's a
You
smart
can
man.
speak.
You can talk
Hey,
like a big
nice.
boy.
As you pull it out and Ragnorum's looking at you. Just this change and this just brute in front of you. As you're able to slip through and uncork it with your
So
mouth.
that basically gives me a long rest, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. I
Yeah.
just long rested. Pretty cool.
So you get your
Alright.
spells back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look him in the face. Hey there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Slam my fist into his chest and cast Disintegrate.
Cool.
And
Alright.
I'm gonna pump three sorcery points to give him disadvantage on the dex save.
Alright. So just regular.
How could he possibly avoid it?
48.
Nat 1?
Nat 1.
Let's go!
Get him! Get him!
Ooh,
Nice.
this is gonna hurt.
Hit him with the slap.
Hit him with the slap!
Oh man.
This is how Ragnar dies.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
Okay, never mind. He's
He has 500 HP. Come on.
This is gonna hurt though, and he's gonna be really mad at me.
Oh yeah.
good job.
You did it.
I think he burned those. No, he didn't burn his legendary. He followed me at this turn. Zeph, you're top of the lineup. Then Ragnorum.
Here come that boy.
He's gonna have to do that.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. I'm so sorry. So that is.
I'm not.
I actually have to pull out a calculator for this.
Nice. as Tyrion smashes it on.
83 force damage.
Pulses through Ragnorum. You see this crack as it pulses through, and what would shatter any other type of stone or glass, you see unaffected the shard inside his chest, but you see his skin almost recoil a bit as the force damage. 84, you said?
84.
Nice, dude.
Do another
Nice.
Do it again. Action surgeon, do it again.
Do it again.
Or wait, no, 83. 83.
Yeah, it was
At one
83.
point.
Yeah.
one. Hey, Ash.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You see him as the force pulses through him, and for a second, as you take your hand back, you see his scales open up, and you see inside his normal skin, and you can see it's all deteriorated as all these little black shards are stuck inside his skin inside there. And it comes back closed.
Gross. It's like a Venom suit.
All right. He is going to then, in return, burn a legendary action and use his stomp attack again. So I need you to make a dex saving throw.
So dexterous. I believe in you.
You can do it. Flip wizard.
12.
Fail. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as he basically just kicks you to the ground. You're grappling. Puts his foot on top of your skull. And now at the end of the turn, you see him. The fates will reflect on how mighty even the small are. You are glorious in your combat, but your allies will not leave! And you see him put his hand up in that gateway that's opening. Those purple flames erupt, blocking your escape.
Whatever.
Top of the round?
It's just fire. What's it gonna do? Burn us?
As you...
Oh, wait, that was a legendary action?
Yeah.
So we burned 2 legendary actions.
But he regains them at the end of... Actions you regain at the end of your turn. And they also cost more depending on the stuff I'm using. Like a spell burns multiple legendary actions. It's resistances he doesn't get back. Those are per days. Which he's used 0 of so far. Which he should have fucking used, but it's not one. Anyway, I don't care. At the beginning of this round, you hear this whispered... And I'd say Tyrion under the foot. You hardly hear it. Orhana is unconscious right now. Everyone by the cranks.
I didn't even know Orhana was unconscious.
You
Orhana.
hear-
Amazing. Amazing.
I know, Tim. Everyone, but they're dying. You can't. Oh. Yes,
Amazing.
we should leave. Now. And then, from the ceiling.
What is it?
It's your boy.
Where's he been this whole fucking time?
Tarzan enters into the combat. Actually, I need one of his
Oh
towers.
boy.
There he is.
Get him, boy.
There he is.
Can I just snaggle this in here? She's probably over here.
But where's Tim Tom?
Don't worry about it.
As the gaze goes out, you see Ragnorum. Nah! The fires dissipate in front of you guys. Opens up. Nah! You again, you. Grave annoyance. And you see Thartarzan. Tim Tom! It's beating time!
Tim Tom!
And you see from the ceiling
Oh.
Tim Tom.
comes out.
Shit.
You see Skunko smashes to the ground on the forge. You see this massive creature
Hello.
covered in gold, fur, massive paws, and you see it beat its chest. And it's going to take its multi-attacks against Ragnorum.
Is that Tim Tom?
Tim Tom.
Tim Tom.
Tom.
I thought it was gonna be like a teddy bear.
Tim Tom is a
thought it was
legendary
not real.
Bulgara.
He's what? He's a Bulgara?
He is a golden Bulgara.
Oh my god.
He's a shiny.
fucking Tim Tom.
27, 28, 24. All 3 attacks hit.
Yeah, Tim Tom.
He
Send out your
does,
hunters.
with each punch, you see his fists glow. And he does 90 points.
What?
Excuse me?
of bludgeoning damage.
He's the real boss.
Tim Tom, chill.
We were supposed to fight them.
I'm glad we didn't.
You befriended him.
Wow. Imagine if we fought them and Ragnar.
Yeah. That was an option.
I'm glad it's not.
Yo,
You see
Tyrion,
Ragnar?
nice job.
And actually, he's got to make a against Tim Tom.
Against Tim Tom, that's right.
You see Ragnar? Tim Tom throws him.
Whoa.
Chains come
What?
off Tyrion. Tyrion, you take bludgeoning damage as you fall, and Ragnar gets tossed into the wall over here.
Damn. Tim Tom,
I
chill
love
out.
this.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Ragnar crashes into the wall over there. You take. 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall, Tyrion.
Owie.
And then so does our boy, Ragnar. All right. Cool. That's what's going on right now. So now it
Oh, that was
is.
such a good turn.
I gotta roll
What a
initiative
twist.
for those two. All right, so he would be 15, and he is 7. All right, it is now Zeph's turn, top of the order.
Well, I'll just inspect the orb, I guess. See that.
You're cutting out.
no.
Put your mic down.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it good?
Yep.
Just gonna inspect the orb, see if there's anything I can do with it.
What's your intelligence?
11.
Give me a roll an intelligence check.
7.
This is some magic shit.
And then I'll just keep watching my WWE pay-per-view.
Front row seats.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, right.
It is now Ragnarum's turn. He'll use half his movement to get up.
Fight the gorilla.
Seeing all that, the I-beam was that way, so it's 120 feet. He's not in it anymore.
Perfect.
He's gonna turn toward Tellius and Charnook
Oh, perfect.
in
Thanks,
the
Walter.
corner,
Kill me.
and he's going to turn to both of you.
I'm just gonna put my HP at 0 now.
This is the fates.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna take his multi-attack against you guys.
Don't even
How
bother.
far is he from
He's right next to us because he
Yeah,
got
he
thrown
can move
by
up.
the-
Yeah.
Okay.
So these go there, these go here. So 2 attacks against Tullius. First one is 17.
Miss.
The second one, 20.
20 what?
28,
Hits.
which will be Longblade Sorrow.
I'm unconscious.
All right, Tullius.
Well, I mean, it depends on the damage, but I'm gonna just assume.
Where's the
What's his minimum damage?
modifier? 23 would be the minimum.
Then
on this.
yes, I'm unconscious.
All right, then we'll roll for it. As takes it on you. 17.
Yeah.
The rest hit then. So 3 hit against you. So those would be the.
I'm assuming the minimum is. Well, I might resist these, so. If it's just his bite and his claws.
Yep, these are his biting claws. So those are on here. They are the. How are you doing? Fuck. Where are you? I believe they're. There you are. There you are. Sorry. D10s. Boop. Oh my god. 15 points necrotic. 21 points piercing. Or the first one's piercing. 21 piercing as well. And then 20 piercing. as the claws and the bites lay into you.
I am just barely still up.
And he's going to burn that. He's going to take his beans against you. The Eldritch Blast forward.
Counter spell.
Alright. They fail. Oh, you're prone on the ground.
That doesn't
Do
matter.
you have any? And you're grappled.
How is he grappled?
Can you
How
even
am I
see it?
grappled?
The
He got-
chains are still around you.
I thought
Oh.
you said they got knocked out when he
Yeah,
got punched
I
through
thought
the
so.
wall or whatever.
Oh, the grapple
you
has
said
failed.
that.
You're right.
Yeah, you
you're right.
said that.
Yep, you're right. You're right. You're prone in water.
Can
As long
I?
as he can move his hands, that's all it is.
That's technically true.
And you can see him.
only the-
Give me a
it's
perception
only-
check. Give me a perception check to
Okay.
see if you can see it. That's what I need right now.
Save me, lad.
18.
Yeah. All right. Counterspell
Nice.
goes off. And the Eldritch Blasts disappear. All right. All right. That will end Ragnorm's
Gotta
turn.
cut out on his DPS.
Orhana, give me a
Kill
death
us.
saving throw.
9.
As you fail, you hear, "Come to my waters, and I can save you." Give me a straight D20 roll to see if Orhana can start crawling towards the waters.
It's a 16.
16. Orhana starts inching ever closer, unconscious, but some other force pulling you along.
Ice goddess.
Where you're at right now, you're. Oh wait, actually, you're really close.
She could like conceivably just roll off and in there.
Oh, she failed. So
I could
Give me my
drown.
you could.
If I was a small child unattended.
Well, cool. It is now Eulyris' turn.
Okay.
Cranky boy.
I'm at the crank.
He's going to take a legendary action on Orhana's turn, and he is going to.
Eldritch blast me, you wuss.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
Kill me, you coward. Don't just finish me.
He's gonna Eldritch Blast you.
How close is he to Charnu?
You can't use it as a reaction again. Oh, but you're trying to get disadvantage.
How close is he? How close is he to Charnu?
5 feet.
If it's possible for
It's
him
a
to
ranged
roll
spell
under
attack,
14.
disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Could do then the.
Gotta keep us alive.
Yep. Well,
You're doing
Yeah,
great.
it's worth it. At disadvantage, it's worth it for him to do that.
I don't think there's any conceivable way in which I
There's
stay
one
up here.
nat one, so that's a fail. That's gonna miss. So these are all gonna hit.
If one of them is above 14, I'm unconscious. If he can do more than 137 damage with this attack, then he might conceivably kill me
Do
outright.
more than 137.
So I'm just unconscious.
Yet.
Those three. So I guess I roll runs with these. No, three of them hit.
Okay, I'm down.
All right. So, but the first one is gonna be down. I gotta roll damage on them. Oh, actually, they're D10s though.
I was at 4 HP.
Okay, so 13. So the first ball is this matters because of how many death saves you're about to fail.
Yeah.
First one is what are you at?
I was at 4.
First one's 1 damage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, but is there a modifier on this? No.
Yeah.
Depends.
No, not on him. So that's
Okay.
1, then 3 damage. You're down,
Okay, so
and 1 failed death save.
okay.
That's
As
hilarious.
they blast into Charnook to the ground, Orhana on the ground, Tullius on the ground unconscious.
Doing
Yeah,
great.
that'd be nice.
Yep. Zeph hiding. Eulyris in a corner right now.
When is he not?
Thardarzan and
Excuse
They're
me.
about to carry us.
and Tim Tom are in here. Thardarzan is going to use his legendary action to use Eye Stock Beam.
Ooh.
I need a D.
Ooh. Spooky.
Ooh. Where is it?
Another disintegrate.
Shiny.
Maybe I'll have a turn someday.
Where's Saggy Sammy
Gotta
at?
roll a
Did you guys
save
kill
here.
Yeah. We murdered Saggy
14,
Sammy.
He's gonna
with
probably
ease.
save on that. That is a deck save. Yeah, he saves on that. Barely. So stone starts to appear on Ragnorum as
What?
you see the raid come out, and Thartarzan says, "You will not hurt these interesting people. They're a part of my party now. Nah!" And Ragnorum, "You can't deny the fates." All right, that'll end the legendary action.
doing
It is
it.
now Eulyris' turn.
We're doing it.
We're denying him.
Take that, Fates.
There's a lot going on right now.
We gotta
Yep.
call it at the end of this order.
Okay. As it opens, there is only one crank left to go.
Which one is the last one? Is
The one that
right
I'm
next
dead
to
by.
us?
Yeah, where both Tullius and Charnuk are down by. So you crank it open.
Okay. You said Tellius and Charnuk are both down?
Yes, on the opposite side
Yeah.
right now.
With your boy, Ragnorum.
Yeah.
In the corner.
Is he right
Having
next
a
to him?
party.
Yes.
Yep.
We're all having a party.
We're having a party with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, if he hits me, I'm dead.
Conceivably,
Ragnorum?
next turn, Ragnorum could execute both Tullius and Charnuk.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
It'd be a shame. He homebrewed that
Hey.
whole class.
Hey, man, yeah.
The sword I
Where-
made for
where-
him, and then
where
he
is
instantly
Ragnorum?
fucked off with Flama. What's that?
Where is Ragnorum?
Here, they're all down in this corner that you can't see very
Let me
well.
see it. Okay.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you make a class for your character and then it dies. You know.
Sometimes you fight a lizard guy with plus 14 to all his abilities.
All right, are you doing anything else, Eulyris?
Oh, there's 4 gongs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
What do you got? There's all that stuff in front of you as well right now. You use your action to do crank. Your buddies are across the way, bleeding out. 3 of them are down.
Okay. I will use movement, bonus action, dash, whatever I need to go behind to the farther gong.
You can come around the opposite way to get to the gong where both of them are down right now.
Oh, can I put the gong in between?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're putting the gong in between you and Ragnorum right now, who sees you rushing aside, and he does have range, but he's not going to be able to get you the way you're slipping around, so you're all right.
Slippery bastard.
Slippy frog.
And you can see the crank right there.
Okay.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Charnuk, make a death saving throw. Hopefully it's not a 1. Fail. You hear that voice you heard earlier in here. Drink from my waters, and you will be saved. All right. It is now Tullius' turn.
Fail.
All right. Boy.
What did you expect?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? It is now Thartarzan's turn.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, that's
Yeah, well, you know. Can't have good rolls. all
Well,
the
actually, at the end of each of your turns, he's gonna take irate attacks against our boy.
Kill him, Tharnazan. Can conditions stack? I think so, right?
He has to
I don't see
do
why
a
not.
DC. Can he even be? I don't think he can. No, he resists the first ray. Goes off and doesn't work. Second one though, he ain't resisting that.
Okay, get him, Tharnazan.
And he has to make a dex saving throw.
That's a very well painted mini, Reed.
Thank you.
Good job.
That's what I did at the place
Did you
yesterday.
paint that
Proud of
at
you.
Beholder Painting Night?
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Nice.
One of 200 stores select it.
Nice.
You see Tharzan say, "When I'm talking to you, you look at me!" And a death ray goes off.
Woo! Kill him!
67 points of damage to
Man,
Ragnorum.
Tharnazan can hang.
He's a homie.
Yeah.
When you swing for 50s, you know, things turn out alright.
Okay. Then it will be Tyrion's turn.
I'm gonna stand up.
Yep. You're now in the waters, standing up. You hear in your head, "Do you serve to protect hope? Will you aid and drink from my waters to gain my boons?"
I'll take it.
Okay.
And I dip down and drink some water.
You can add the frosted blessed armor to your inventory. That now counts on top of your cloak, and your AC goes up by 2.
Hey, we're the same person.
And your fire has an extra effect to it,
Nice.
to be determined.
TBD. That was a bonus action,
Where,
right?
where can I
Yes.
find this item?
Ooh, nice.
You just gotta Google it. It's a homebrew thing. It's in the
It's
inventories.
called Frost Blessed Armor.
Yep.
And then you attune to it, and then you wear it, and then life is good.
It's that good, armor.
Mm-hmm.
Basically
Okay.
makes you unkillable, except for by Ragnorum. It says in the inscription.
He's in stark contrast to your existence, so. What are you
He's a
gonna do?
dick.
I don't know anything about him. He's just a guy who tries to murder my friends.
Sure is.
Can I I have 15 feet of movement. Can I make it to one of them?
To one of who? These guys?
Yeah, one of the down people.
You'll get an attack of opportunity on you.
I will take it.
Your armor will go off and possibly kill them.
What?
How?
It would just go on the target, right?
Oh, is it just the target? Yeah, it's not area of effect.
That's what it says,
You're right.
right?
You're right. That is what it says. That's what I wrote. Yep. Could be rough terrain, but you can try and push past Ragnorum to the down bodies.
How many kills we got?
One.
So he's gonna take an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
24.
Seen
That'll
that
hit.
20.
Um.
Why would he? Never mind.
You want him to go around? Is that what you're asking? Because Ulyrus is just completely blocking the way. He can't get around.
I just thought an attack of opportunity was when you are in their melee range and then you leave it.
Or if you enter it as well.
I don't know if that's true.
I know Matt has done it.
It's for a specific feat,
Opportunity
but we can
attack.
just say he has it.
You can make an opportunity attack
Yeah.
when a hostile creature that you see moves out of your reach. To make the opportunity attack, you use your reaction to make one melee attack against a provoking creature. The attack occurs right before the creature leaves your reach. So it implies that you're within range already, and then you're leaving it. Not that you're entering their range.
Yeah.
That would be something different.
That's the pull
That's
off
like-
master.
Yeah.
You're
that's
running
like-
by Ragnorum to get to Tullius to feed him a potion.
If he's still in
That's
melee
nice.
range, it wouldn't provoke an opportunity attack. By the rules.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm just an unconscious ghost.
He's a ghost.
You know, you talk him out of this, he does a legendary action that's an area of effect stomping attack.
I just said I don't care. I'm just an unconscious ghost.
Killing both of you instantly.
Again, I don't care. I'm just saying what the rules say. You are the DM. It is your world. I am unconscious. I'm just a ghost. So.
All right, Tyrion. First run by. What are you doing? You run by Ragnorum. Push
I run
past
by
some rough
Ragnorum.
terrain.
Am I able to be within reach of somebody?
Yes, both of them. You're within 5 feet of both Charnook and Tellius.
I am gonna dump a potion of greater healing into Charnook.
Okay.
Into the belly button.
So that will be. Oh. Ooh, that was a nice sec. That is 14 hit points.
Hooray.
He says hooray.
All right. It is now Tim Tom's turn, and you see Tim Tom. You see him at the forge, and he looks around. He picks up just this big block, and looses it at Ragnorum. See if that hits.
Tim Tom, do it to him.
Brap. I believe that's gonna miss at 22. No, it's 23. That's 23. So it hits his armor class just barely. Fucking Tim Tom. So that will be the. Where are you? You guys. No, not rolling well, Tim Tom.
Where are we in the order?
At the end. 12, and then that'll be 34 points of bludgeoning. All right. And as he chucks that rock and it hits off Ragnorum, it bangs into the gong. And as the gong hits, you see this ice shatter out, and Ragnorum just gets frozen in ice.
Whoa.
And that is where we'll end tonight's game.
Very nice.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Huh.
Nice.